requested you to play Sherfa for her tonight.
I heard that. That's actually
You're
true.
muted.
Your silence amounts to consent.
Yes. That's not problematic.
You didn't say no, must mean yes.
Those are the only two options.
You said no,
Still
no,
can't
no.
hear you.
Oh God.
Amanda, you don't need to remember to please also swap over your audio devices in Discord if you're going to use your earbuds.
Yes. Yes. 1 second. Yes. I will do this in a moment. Yes. I point at Discord. Yes. Tee hee hee. Tee hee hee hee. I am having such a good time. Tee hee hee.
Amanda, what is wrong with your
Ha, ha, ha.
voice?
Tee
The
hee
fog.
ha ha ha.
You have that illness
Fuck
again?
you. I love orange
Your
juice.
voice sounds disgusting.
Oh, rude.
Wow, 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 wow. Oh, sad, sad, sad. Ooh, oh, wow,
Well,
wow,
that
wow,
actually
wow.
sounds like you're crying.
Tee. I don't know what I'm doing now, but I'm trying to figure out the audio, but I don't know how it works. Blake, can you come up here and fix it for me?
Don't know if I care.
It looks like her headphones are muted. I don't even know she can hear us now.
She
Fucking
cannot.
trash. So why is Paige, or is that not something she's wanting to share?
Oh, she said she doesn't feel well.
No. Poor Paige.
Man, being an adult is fucking bunk.
Achy bones and achy tummy.
Sad. Well,
If it
hopefully-
didn't come with all of the like added benefits of like doing whatever you want all the time,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be one. Nope, still no.
And then. Oh, now she's calling you.
Yeah, she's calling a child. Can you bring me things from across the house?
Yeah.
You are a child.
Oh, there she
Hey,
is.
we heard her.
Well,
Oh, because
but
she's
I
not
mean-
using those headphones.
Yeah, I put my headphones away. So now you'll hear me screaming. And my
Scream.
laptop stand that you were writing on.
So, are you sure it wasn't changing the audio devices in both Windows settings and Discord?
I looked and it said all of it did say like it all said Pixel Budge whatever.
Okay. It was just weird that it worked all of a sudden when you turned them off.
Yeah, then it goes to my I don't know. Honey, I'm a boomer.
Fucking boomer.
Oh, you need to be a zoomer.
Not a good zoomer.
You could always be a coomer.
What?
That's inappropriate. Man, this situation is so stressful.
What?
Well,
Who got us into this?
Peter did.
Oh, Diablo!
What? 'Cause he's not here to
Diablo!
defend himself.
If Peter just hadn't caved to peer pressure to draw cards, then we wouldn't need to rescue his ass or meet Simon.
Speaking of it, where is Unit 7?
Yeah,
Has
we
that-
don't know.
Has that come across any
Yeah.
of y'all's mind, by the way, that you've not yet found
Yes. We talked
talked
about,
about it
it when
last
you
week.
were not in the voice with us.
him? Okay.
Yeah, like you said, good night, everybody, goodbye. And then as soon as you logged out, we're like, hey, by the way, where's Unit 7?
Oh, dear. Well, who knows?
We
Maybe
even
he'll-
speculated that he could be on this map and where we think he could be on this map.
Ooh, share with me. Let me zoom out.
No, we want to catch you by surprise.
Well,
Actually, no. Yeah. No. Catch me by surprise. That'd be great. Yeah, don't tell me.
Catch me outside.
Catch me outside.
You don't have a shirt on. And go do your room before you have to go to bed.
Do thy
It's like
room,
she's
child.
Trying to catch
Actually,
the
go
fade.
take your melatonin because it is bedtime. Okay, so you need me to be Sherfa? Is that what you were saying?
You've been assigned Sherpa, and
If
it
you-
really actually doesn't have anything to do with what you desire.
If you would like to be Sherfa, you may do so.
I mean, I would love to do Sherfa.
Do her then. Do her good.
All right,
Do her
she's
hard.
got some
Do it.
instructions.
Oh God, she's gonna be best friends with Relisa
Oh
so
yeah,
hard.
I am. She has instructions for me?
For whoever plays.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
She says, remember that her axe can blind if she gets hit,
Yes, got it.
and remember to use reckless attack because she is blind. So she doesn't
Because-
want to have disadvantage on her rolls.
Oh yeah, yeah.
'Cause
She
the
is
advantage
blind.
will cancel out the disadvantage.
She's blind because of the thing. Yeah.
Oi.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Alexander, I have a DM question for you. In your game, can I shoot this thing with a gun and just be like, I shoot it non-fatally?
Yeah, you can wing a creature. Yeah, you can.
Yes.
You can say, "I want. My intention is to knock it unconscious." It's either dead or unconscious. I think are the what you can do.
Yeah.
Love it.
And that brings me to Paige's last request is that she's not trying to kill the Bone Devil dead. She's trying to do the unconscious thing, you know.
I will say that I have my own personal favorite homebrew rule, which is if you intend to knock him unconscious and you roll nat 20, then it does death damage. Because if you're within that range of like being able to knock it out, bring it 0, and you do a critical hit, unless like the critical damage is like 1 or 2, like just barely puts him over, like that's very much like how, I mean, probably sucks
I have
to
a
hear.
good argument against that.
Okay, let's hear it.
Well, a critical strike is usually RP'd as like a
Oh,
perfect
okay.
placement.
Yeah,
So exactly
I'm
what you
convinced.
intend.
That's a good point. Cool.
However, my argument
However-
against that is that
But
you could always implement like the massive damage rules and have it
Yes.
have an extended effect besides just that,
Or-
it does a lot of damage.
you can also play a little best of both worlds where you still have that rule, but instead of it being on a critical success, it's on a 1. Critical failure. Whoops, you killed him.
Mm,
That would be
Anybody
hilarious,
remember
actually.
if Sherfa is still raging right now?
Sherfa remembers.
Well, I mean, how did
I
how
doubt.
I do think she. Here, I'll check her character sheet, see if she spent more than 1.
Oh
she
yeah,
spent
that's a good
only
one.
one?
Then no, she is
She
not.
spent only 1.
Okay.
Peter, can you hear us? Are you good?
Mostly.
Is
I don't know
every-
what happened. I think my antivirus just randomly kicked up and froze absolutely everything.
Don't you
Oh,
love that?
God. That's why I don't use antivirus.
I'm tempted to just uninstall it.
Windows Defender has done its job for a while now.
Like that's about
Well-
90. That's not. I'm not gonna say 90. About 80% of the problems come from antivirus. Of it just
is
like
it,
randomly booting up and freezing.
Sounds like McAfee.
AVG.
Sorry.
Oh,
I
wow.
Oh man, I used to use
haven't
AVG.
fast enough.
Yeah, that's usually a good one.
I don't know what to tell you. I looked at it and it was using 100% disk.
Dang.
Damn.
This is also a very old fucking computer, as in it's running Windows 8.
Oh no.
Wow. Jeez.
When 8 was relatively new.
I was about
And-
to be like, well, that's not that bad if you had said like Windows 98 or even XP or even 7. Windows 8 was the only wrong answer.
Yeah, Windows 8 was probably the worst one ever.
Windows 8 2013.
Brutal.
Really, 2013? Jeez, that means my work computer
Hey, Johnny, do you see what he
was
has?
used to
yours?
be on Windows 7. That's
Eight
how old
years,
that computer is.
Please take care of it.
8 years old is a little old for a computer.
Pretty old, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
need
tend
an
to start
upgrade.
croaking around 7 all on their own.
well, my other computer has been kicking around for 11 years now.
That's true. That's still got the 8800s in it, doesn't it?
I'm not talking to Dad about anything until your room is done.
I don't think that's what they are. I think they're... Shoot.
There you go. Combat options. Man, it took me forever to find it again.
Kyle and Peter, y'all gonna use cams tonight?
I can.
If
I
you
also I found the settings that was preventing me from seeing you guys.
Oh yeah.
Except for Alexander. I still don't know why it liked you, Alexander.
I'm a likable
You
guy.
perfect. Everyone else was the
Aw.
loading.
Oh, Peter.
It knew
I
that
fixed it.
Alexander was the only not asshole among us.
I am ready. I'm ready, but doesn't it make more sense for Kyle to play Sherfa just because you already know her character sheet so well?
If you feel like it's too much, yes, Kyle will play it. He's trying to bully someone else into playing it.
I'm happy to, but you already help Paige with remembering all of her stuff, so you would have to do
Alex,
the same thing to me.
what the fuck did you roll on your insight check?
A 2. It's pretty easy to see, man. My bad.
Damn.
I even scrolled up to see
My
where Paige
charisma's in the
actually
shitter.
asked me to play her, and she never reached out to me.
Well, I think she just decided she's not well enough to play recently. Maybe, I don't know. But are you
Well,
guys ready to
She
jump into it?
says,
Oh.
someone's gonna have to play for me. Tell whoever plays those things. Tell whoever plays me those
I
things.
mean, I do like Barbarian. I'm happy to play it. I just, we'll figure it out.
Oh yeah, she's a barbarian.
I like Barbarian. Let's just
Man.
swap Pippi in for a moment. It'll be
Oh,
It's
fun.
so
yeah.
hard to remember when she's playing
No.
that character or
It'll be
a
fine.
ranger.
So, welcome to another session of Goblin Barrel D&D. My name is Alexander, and I am the Dungeon Master for this game in Allaeros. Tonight we will continue in the Underdark, deep underground through the twisting water cave systems connected to the grand city of Thousand Leaf, where our adventures are currently twisted up with an Aboleth, Medusa, and a Bahir. But before we get deeper into that, we're going to go around super quick. Just name, character, whatever you want to give for it, and we will start with Blake.
Hi, I'm Blake, and I play Olden River Wright, who is an artificer, and he has a gun.
Super sick, super solid. And Kyle will do Sherfa and himself.
I'm Kyle, and I didn't know that that's what monsters we were fighting.
I know, I'm taking quick notes.
And tonight I'm playing Sherfa Susu, the Goliath barbarian, and she's a badass, and she has a blindfold on. That's how badass she is. But I mean, just for this situation.
And
then
the kitty
I'm
boy.
also playing Tetra, kitty boy extraordinaire, Leonin, not the other one. And I'm the cleric. But I don't heal, because healing's for bitches.
Super
Here,
sick,
here.
super solid. Peter?
I'm playing Simon, the fighter on a quest to get something back from what was supposed to just be a Medusa.
And no one knows what it is because I totally didn't give it away last time. And Amanda.
And my name is Relisa. Well, my name is Amanda. I play Relisa, and I like magic and to kill things. That's it.
Very cool. So, now that we know, who you guys are playing, we can have people put an F in chat when you guys end up dying. Last we left off, What?
Ah,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Last we left
okay.
off, your group has been wandering around this lair full of ooze, goblins, and exploding mushroom sacks. You found small piles of treasure, a rug, and some statues, but upon entering the main hall of the Medusa, closing in ever so slightly to the Aboleth's main lair, it presented itself to you, and you had a conversation. Releasing the immediate magic items that you stole and a few of your own, you have seemingly reached a point of agreement on your safety and possible transaction for a statue. If Simon is able to find his sister. But Simon, finding the statue, made a sly signal to the group, letting them know he had done so, but not letting the creature know exactly what. No? You let like one or two know, right?
people
No,
have
they
insight
just saw
that.
it on my face.
Oh,
The
okay, yeah.
insight.
And signaled to a few that he had found what he was looking after. But the group asked what they could trade a statue for. Zura, the aboleth, exclaimed, "A statue for a statue." After pondering a few options, Tetra called forth Carrick, a bone devil that he made a deal with roughly a month ago in Zagast Underrock, and offered up Carrick to Zura, in which Zura seemed excited by the prospect. After summoning Carrick, Tetra dispelled his summoning portal, removing his ability to return from whence he came, and the group has injured him quite heavily and are attempting to have the Medusa turn him to stone so that they may make the trade. And that is where we are now. You guys are in the middle of a combat, middle of initiative. I believe it is currently the Medusa's turn. Tetra, you had just you had got knocked down, I believe. And who got you? Who healed you up?
I did.
You did with a potion, is that right?
I did.
And I think you just got up and are kind of waiting for your allies to, help in this situation. So the Medusa is going to go. Let me see here.
Get him, Dusa.
Let's see what the Medusa's gonna do. I believe everyone except for Carrick currently have their eyes shunned away. Is that right?
Yeah.
Except me, who hasn't been up there yet.
Correct. Let's see here. So I need someone who Tetra. Why don't we have you do it since this is kind of your beat here a bit. Will you go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw? Tell me what you roll.
23.
No, no. I'm sorry. You're rolling for Carrick. So what's the die roll?
Oh, 19.
Okay, still a pass. So. Okay. Let me see here. That's actually not when they're supposed to roll. It's her attack. So she... You guys aren't currently aggressive towards her, so she's actually just going to do that. It will move over to this creature. They will... Simon, will you make a wisdom saving throw for me?
Okay. 2.
Cool. You hear the voice of Zura in your mind, and there's a telepathic bond. And it speaks over to you, and you hear it go, "What is it exactly that you are searching for?" What would you think of in this moment?
Fuck! I think that's exactly what he would think. Fuck!
Cool. All right, very good. It is now Carrick's turn. So this is when he actually is going to make the save. Kyle, if you'll roll for him.
1.
Okay. The Carrick's the ends of his fingers and his feet begin to harden. As he's lifting his arms, you see that he's trying to articulate his wrist, and they get locked in this pose as he's moving his arm around, and it's like a mangled claw. And you see him reaching down at his legs. You see his tail is like whipping around, and as it moves and articulates, parts that are turning to stone will bend and crack, and flakes of like stone are falling off of him as he's still moving. But he is struggling. Let me read. Oh, you said a 1?
Yeah.
So if he
TPK is happening.
if he fails by 5 or more, he is instantly petrified. Typically, if you fail it, it takes 2 rounds, and he has another save to do. So Carrick looks over to you and goes, "I'll get you," and he just locks in place, frozen in this moment. And he freezes. I assume you guys are no longer going to engage in combat as there is no threat. Carrick is no longer a threat, I should say.
I
Is there
mean, I'll still have weapons and stuff out, but I'm gonna, wait and see what happens.
I think Sherfa would say something like, "What do you mean, like, release you?" I think that Sherfa would try to ask the Medusa to elaborate.
The Medusa. Oh, okay. So as that okay, so as she asked that, she begins to wail and cry in this like horrific, like pain-filled scream, and she will say, "I'm being," and she grabs her head and begins to slither away, and seemingly unable to finish the thought. What would you guys like to do, if anything? Or do you just sit and wait to see what happens?
Did I hear? I assume I would have heard the question and the response.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
I'm just gonna like wave you down as subtly as I can. You know, just like release her.
I was Sherfa.
Oh, you were Sherfa. Well, then I can't do shit about that. Never mind.
I think I'll turn around and I'll speak a little bit loudly to the guy.
Zura.
Well, you have your bone devil. Does that mean I can grab the statue I'm after?
Before an answer comes through, there is a infernal tear very similar to the one Carrick just had, ripping out of the ground, tearing apart the seam where stone steps meet, like on the bottom where the step goes forward and it goes up and rises. Like that crack like sucks in as this little imp creature begins crawling out. Looks over at Tetra. You Tetra Chelsis.
The sum.
All right. You see him pull, reaches his hand behind his back, and he has a scroll and he holds it out to you. This is yours.
You've been served. Okay, I'll take it.
Hands it to you. Says, all right. And he just starts crawling, like reversing, not even sticking around for anything. Fucking hate the Underdark piece of shit. Flame erupts as he leaves. You say yo same, and you just hear fuck you as he disappears into the rock in a little burst of flame.
It's man after my own heart.
Tetra, you have a scroll, an infernal.
Tetra's heart sinks, just knowing how awful this could be.
Very cool.
I'm gonna, with shaky hands, start reading it. Open it up and read it.
So you'll open up and read it. You'll be doing that. Zura will respond to Simon's inquiry and go, that was interesting. Yes. I understand you're looking for a statue, and you see his head crane over to the one that you had found previously. He knows exactly the one you're after, but looks over to it. And at the same time as this is all happening, a bunch of the goblins up top where Sherfa, Release, and Simon is all begin to congregate around this statue as they begin to lift it up. And they lift it up holding various legs, the tail that kind of leans it back, and they start like ants carrying it down the stairs. And
Move out of the way so that I don't get squished by slipping goblins.
Yeah, they carry it down over here, and they start making the way over to the side. What all are you guys doing during all of this? Simon, you're going to head over to
my sister.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start applying the oil.
Sure. Takes a minute to do, which I'll go ahead and say there's no threat for time or anything. So you begin taking this oil out. You guys see this like snake skin pouch that he kind of pours a little bit into his hand, and he's just like applying it to the sides, to the face, to the hair, to the legs, just kind of covering as much as he can. Occasionally a drop like falls on the floor, and he quickly swipes it up and puts it like on her toes, like right next to where it's at. But he takes a minute doing this. What are the rest of you doing? And I'll get to you in a minute, Kyle.
I'll actually wander up to Kyle after seeing that the transaction's seemingly going down, and I'll be like, so what's this? Just like halfway curious, halfway disappointed.
Release Sherfa, if Sherfa will be doing anything.
I think Sherfa would just move down to the group because she just wouldn't stay up there by herself.
Fair enough.
And then that's it.
Yeah, click or clack, they'll come down too. Good job.
I can't move her, so
Oh no, he won't. Does he need to make another save actually? Because he's halfway petrified.
Oh yes, thank you so much. Yeah, please.
All right, good. I'm actually A-okay if he's going down like this.
Go take the oil from Simon.
No. You got a 3.
4B is a solid stone.
Oh.
Yeah, fuck him anyway.
He is completely solid. No X. Just try and move him. Just move him one square.
No, can't move him.
Oh no, unfortunate. So yeah, he's completely just frozen solid, and you see more of those goblins come out, and they pick him up and begin carrying him over there as well. Oh, you're not over here, silly goose. Little Medusa. 4B is carried down, and that Zora just goes, "Oh, thank you for your donation."
Yeah, anytime, buddy.
As more of these goblinoids begin moving it around.
Like you would see Ilden obviously clock this happening and just like no emotion over it.
And you guys would see Sparky just kind of climb up the wall, go up the ceiling, and kind of go back into its tunnel, seemingly following a unspoken command of sorts. Tetra, you pull open this infernal scroll, and it's warm to the touch. When you open it up, the parchment seems to have like ember lines, like it's constantly on fire. Pieces of it are kind of falling, but it instantly like refills with parchment as it catches, and the writing on it appears to be in blood, and it says, "The prize you seek is within Tridon, underneath the Union Enclave, within the land itself." And you instantly gather that this was a failsafe if he were to be incapacitated or killed or otherwise held up, that he would be able to follow through on his contract to retain his agreement. It also says you kind of continue rolling it up, and you see down there the parts of your continued agreement, and lines begin going through the additional options, and they kind of fade in and out as if to indicate that they are unable to be used at this time. However, and you gather this through just a feeling, holding this and knowing what's happened. You're just able to kind of put all this together that while you can still use those to actually turn in the use of performing one of these additional actions, like you can complete on your end, and it will be given to you whenever he is available. What that means if you complete it, you'd have to kind of figure that out. But after about a minute or so, the goblins are probably not exactly where they are just yet, probably closer to here, carrying a big old statue down the stairs. Simon, you finish applying this oil to this statue of your sister. I did not think that this was going to happen so quickly. I forgot your sister's name. River, that's right. Duh. Yeah, so you do it, and you see her eyes begin to retain moisture. Her skin from this rocky texture becomes pale and then begins to come back to life as the blood in her body begins to circulate. You see her face begins to turn this bright red, and her eyes blink once or twice really slowly, and then she immediately kind of drops into reality, if you will. Everything just kind of releases from this like tension, and she looks at you and she's like, and she's obviously in extreme shock. Simon? She reaches up for your face with a hand and a stub, and she just like looks down at her arm and just grabs it, and you see that she's just inconsolable. She's in shock.
I'm gonna quickly grab her in a hug.
Yeah,
Be like, come on.
she hugs you, and she's like shaking, just can't take what's going on.
I'll explain more in the ship.
And she just nods. She doesn't have much to say. She doesn't know what's going on. You can tell that she's very lost. As this happens, the goblin creatures are carrying these statues over, and they get over to the edge here, where you can see now that they begin walking on the water along the edge, where there's a pathway where it's roughly only about 6-8 inches deep. For them, it goes up pretty above their knees or so, but they're carrying this thing as they're walking, and the Zura turns and kind of slides into the water. And those of you who are paying attention to this, so probably not necessarily Simon, but pretty much not Tetra. Olden, maybe? You're probably being observant from the room? No? Okay, so Relisa and Sherfa are probably watching this. Yeah. You notice that Zura, as Zura comes in contact with the water's not disturbed at all. It's very weird. And then Zura just disappears. And the only thing that you can put to understand what you just saw is that this was an illusion. That wasn't Zura. You guys this entire time have never touched her. You never attacked her. She never attacked you. So you hear the clatter of claws in rock as Sparky begins to come out, climbing along the wall, quickly coming again, appearing to obey some sort of instruction. Sparky goes to the top of the river mouth that's pouring into here, a semi-soft stream, but a constant one, and the opening is wide enough to where it's covering about 20 to 30 foot of this waterfall. And Sparky turns its tail and its back end and starts backing into this space where you guys see the waterfall that's like covering it as a blanket begins to slowly separate, where there's less and less water, and you can begin to see behind there. And you begin at the bottom where it starts separating first. You see a couple of coins. You see a gemstone. And as more and more of it goes away, there's mounds of gold and piles, and there's bags full of coin and statues and artwork, and there's some interesting looking items in this pile, and the pile continues to grow. It's 2 feet tall, 3 feet tall, 4 foot tall, and it's just literally a mound about 15 foot wide. This is a treasure hoard, an unbelievable amount of coin of all different types. But as it continues to go, you see that there's a few statues that line this back wall. This cave goes back about 30 feet or so. And there's a few interesting looking statues that are back there as Carrick is being carried back there in stone form, along with 4B, towards the back of this cave. But as this begins to continue to rise up, where you see, if you guys remember, there was like this odd like curvature to the very top of this waterfall, and that water begins to give way. You see a translucent purple sphere where inside is full of just this spinning matter. Rock, stone, metal, energy, all sorts of just odd looking bits and bobs. Some of it's like silver and gold and black, and there's a few like red pieces and some 2 very bright blue energy things just kind of spinning around in this large, almost like a plate size disc that is just rotating. And this is rotating in such a manner where you have one spinning this way, another one spinning on a different axis, and they're all spinning. And as each of these individual little pieces that range from the smallest pebble to large sections of material, they are also rotating as they spin. It's impossible to make sense of whatever this chaos is in this roughly 8 to 9 foot large purple, translucent purple orb that's floating about 10 feet up in the air, where water was once trickling off of it. You see water droplets kind of forming on it as it falls down and is pouring into this water system. And the last thing that probably distracts you from the most unnerving thing that you see, which is the true form of Zura. Massive in size, sickly looking, larger than before, just sitting in the back. You see the tail end of this creature is wrapped around the statues. There's gold buried over parts of its tail as it continues up the wall and curls in like a snake in the back of its home. And Zura just speaks up and says, "It's beautiful. My collection." And you just see Zura staring up at this purple spinning orb. "It is magnificent to watch. Every so often you can see shapes inside. A wonderful creation of something else. I do not understand it, but I want to." Azura just stares, and these goblins are kind of walking around, avoiding, trying to get involved in Zura's hoard. What are you guys doing as this is all happening?
So
Zura, can I see that too? It's beautiful. Releases says that.
Mm-hmm. And Blake, what were you doing?
So sorry, maybe I'm just not all put together tonight, but so this had the water like running over it, and that was the semicircular shape that we saw before.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Okay.
So instead
And-
of it was kind of like a rounded rock, and then it helped create the waterfall, spreading it out to kind of create a curtain. So it was up near the mouth of where the water was pouring out of.
And like, you said there's all sorts of matter and disks spinning on their own axes and on their own planes and in circles.
All
Like,
within the
is
sphere.
Okay, so there's no way from that to like infer a function. There's not like things flying out of it or anything like that.
There's nothing flying out of it. No. If you want to make some
But
sort of check, you can tell me exactly what you're trying to, figure out or discern, and I can.
I want to use that new thing we just learned. I want to use investigation
Uh-huh.
and try to deduce what its function is by observing it and seeing like if it produces anything or if there's some sort of energy being generated inside of it.
Sure. Yeah. Give me. So, are you proficient with investigation, but you want to use a perception roll because you're far away? Is that what you're saying?
No, I was saying I'm just from what I can see, so
Yeah.
not intending to use perception, but am I able to like infer
You can
its
investigate from
function?
here.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Give me an investigation, and then give me an Arcana roll after.
So yeah, I'll do that. So like I'm trying to deduce.
Sure.
It says for investigation you can try to make deductions. So I'm going to try to deduce.
Sure. Sure.
And-
And I'm probably not going to deduce because that was
Nope.
that was a 13.
Okay. And Arcana.
Also not great. 17.
It's pretty good.
I mean, I've got a +8 in it, so not great for me.
Understood. So really, so you call out and you ask to see it, and Zura
trying to get
has
within 30 feet, and I would do detect magic on it.
yeah, for sure. Being that far away, Zura doesn't even look down at you and just continues to stare at it. And doing that without any response doesn't provoke anything from Zura. So yeah, you get within 30 feet. You'd have to wade in the water a bit because I said, again, it's about 10-15 feet off the ground. So you got scoot up just a little bit to get within range as you detect magic. And as you enter in, this thing is like, as soon like you cast your detect magic, and as you walk within sight, it just blinds you with magic, and you kind of look away, but you look back as your senses kind of adjust, and absolutely magical. It has all 8 schools of magic on it. Additionally, your eyes drift over towards the treasure hoard, and you see that there's a magical
It would.
book. There's a magical book. There is a large, like, silver-looking thing with ornate circles on it and stuff that's like half buried. It's about 2 foot long. What you can see, that's also glowing. There's like a tip of like a tusk or something poking out of this pile as well. That's also glowing. You can see underneath the pile, there's also some other stuff that's glowing, but you can't exactly make out the shape because it's literally buried in gold. But there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 large glowing auras within the pile itself, and then again that large sphere is erupting with magical energy. With your rolls, Olden, it is so hard to deduce anything because you're getting the sense of like, oh, this could be like is that metal ingots in there? Is that debris? There's so many different your head just, and with all your skills that you have with all these different artisan tools, you're like, oh, you could use this for like blacksmithing, and oh, that could be used for like jewelry, and oh, that I could hammer work that into you're just too all over the place, and it's too
That could literally be anything.
it's too complicated, but it's definitely it's hitting that part of your brain that says engineer. That you keep going back to that. You're going, oh, that could be this, but that definitely, like, it's got to be engineering because of this. Like, I see, like, there's a sprocket. You're just hard to like pick this stuff up, but you definitely keep going back to that. Simon, you're kind of walking River out very slowly. She's at like quarter speed. She coughs. She asks for water. After taking like 15 steps or so, she's like, "Yeah, do you have water? I'm exhausted."
I do have a water.
And yeah, so she takes a drink from it, and like she's kind of like refeeling her body as she feels like senses start coming back to her, and she feels her ear that's like missing, and you kind of have your arm around her and you're like helping her, one of her hands in your other hand, and you just see tears just streaming down her face, and she just keeps saying, thank you, I shouldn't have gone, I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll get you home. We'll get you taken care of.
I don't want to go back home. Mother and father, they don't understand. They're not like us.
Come on, we can talk. We can talk when we're back into the city. It's not home, but it's safer than home.
She just nods. I will also remind you guys that there are two of these large. There's the purple crystal kind of hanging off the wall, and the white crystal that had some. I forget who exactly, but one of you experienced a pretty decent, good benefit from the white one. It's only about 5 foot off the ground. But yeah, what do you guys do as you kind of see Simon escorting River?
I would
Goblins start coming out as well after a bit.
definitely like be paying special attention to them and special attention to our fishy person over there.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I would, if you said that I notice all this engineering stuff, I would probably take out my quill or I guess I should say my like, God, what could I use for like cartographer set or forgery kit to just start like, I want to sketch this object on a piece of paper as accurately and thoroughly as I can.
For sure. And you guys notice that Zara is not paying attention to you guys whatsoever. 100% of Zara's focus is on this spinning thing. Tetra, what are you doing in the moment? And we'll just say Sherpa's just standing guard, probably.
Tetra's going to, pocket his new paper and probably help out Simon with getting his statue out.
Okay.
Yeah, Simon's never told you guys it was his daughter.
Yeah, my
his
bad.
sister, I mean.
Yeah, so Olden, you kind of get up to the riverbank to get a fairly decent kind of outlook on this, and Sherpa's axe is still glowing, and it's odd seeing the trickles of water as certain light gets blocked by some of the water that's still falling. Your dark vision kicks in with gray, and it's just odd for it to bounce back and forth. And as you guys sketch and take a moment here, Release and Olden, as you're staring up at this, you see Zura's red eyes dotted all over the front of her face go wide and says, "Here it comes." You guys can see the parts begin to start making some sort of alignment as they kind of get in sync, and you can see that some shapes begin forming all around in different areas, and it all begins to slow down as it coalesces to one solid humanoid looking form. And as that plate comes overhead and those two blue lights come to the center, you see that this is a torn apart, broken down Unit 7.
What?
All those pieces are his screws and bolts and cords. The two blue lights that were floating were his blue eyes. The giant plate is his face that comes in the form as it rotates perfectly. All his pieces line up as he sits in a kind of form with his arms down, his legs down, and you see a completed Unit 7 as it pauses for just a moment and then violently gets ripped apart as it continues to swirl, and it begins going faster and faster. And then Zura's head will drop down and go, "I can't make sense of it. It came not too long ago, but I will discover its secrets." You can talk. You can talk normal. I'll assume you're whispering.
I would say, Alden, did you see what I saw? Is that in my mind?
I don't think it was all in your mind.
And I would call Sherfa and Tetra over. I'd be like, come here.
Sherfa
And
walk over.
Sherfa would come over.
We need to leave.
No, we can't leave. That's Unit 7.
Where?
Nobody cares.
Yes, we do.
You're not Klobeck.
That's right. You're not Klobeck.
Wrong character.
Yeah, that's Unit 7 up there. How the hell are we going to get him back?
We don't have any options anymore. We don't have anything left to trade.
Sherfa
Unless
goes,
we're gonna start.
I am spent. We have to come up with a plan. We cannot just do this here.
Who said that?
Sherfa.
Oh.
Right.
She's like,
Do
she's basically
we-
saying like, we cannot engage right now. Like, Tetra just died. Like, he's spent. We have, look, Simon has his sister. Like, she'll die if we get in a battle.
Yep. I mean, yep. I don't think we can count on them to back us up either. Do we want to regroup at the boat?
I think Simon this entire time is mostly focused on his sister, and he's just.
Yeah, I would say at this point you're probably at the top of the stairs even.
I don't think he's noticed you guys haven't started coming following.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I see him not notice us, I would like even motion with my head like to pay special attention to Simon. He's leaving. Like we should regroup at the boat.
Sherfa says, yeah, come on, let's go. Come on.
I don't know what to do.
I have a question about that.
Yes.
Would Sherfa actually be
I
able to
don't
walk away from Unit 7 just hanging there?
I don't think she would.
I am not going to make that decision for her because she's not here. So that's up to you guys.
Can you send a quick text to see if she would?
Slipping.
I was sleeping.
I mean, Kyle, you know her the best. What would she do?
Would she be able to walk away knowing that this is Unit 7?
I think she would want to come up with a plan. So she would not let you guys leave, but she would not get everyone else killed doing it. Like she would want to come up with a plan.
Probably.
Maybe we can offer to help him figure it out.
Are you guys all saying this right in
yeah.
front of Zura? Are you chit-chatting right in front of her?
We're trying to whisper to each other.
Sure.
Right,
and
let's
after
go. If Sherf is cool with it, then that's probably the best course of action. She's got a pretty level head on her shoulder.
And yeah, as you guys go, or as you guys are kind of sitting here talking and stuff, after the goblins kind of leave, the waterfall comes back down, and as the water begins to flow again, as Sparky begins to walk away, Zura's eyes, all 7 of them, as the head lowers low because the water is coming down before it creates that full curtain again, just eyeballs all of you. And after just a brief moment, a copy of her, a bit smaller copy, comes out, floating in the water again, not disturbing it in any way, and just kind of snakes over to you and says, well, I think our transaction here is done. Go back to your city, tell them of the great plunder you made, the adventure, so I can increase traffic.
That's how we got here. All right. I start going. I'm leaving.
Okay.
I'm following Simon.
All right, thank you. Okay.
All right.
I mean, if you're not going to, that's fine, Tetra, but speak up. What are you guys doing?
I look over at Tetra and like just wait for Tetra to make a decision, and then Relisa will finally follow, wherever that might be.
And Sherfa will
Let's
be
go.
last. Cool. Very good. So yeah, you guys, without issue, leave.
It's nice meeting you, Zura.
Zura just kind of begins, looks like making some sort of patrol, and just doesn't really acknowledge you now that you're no longer of use and no longer a threat. You guys are easily able to get out. As you walk out, you are able to pick up a few things after you've experienced and kind of had a lot of interaction with these creatures. If you get within 10 feet of them, they can simply sense you. If you make noise within roughly 20 feet of them, they can hear you, but they are not able to sense you in any way beyond that 20 feet. But you guys will get out of this cavern. You see that over by like that main gate that you guys had originally opened, there's about 30 of those goblins that are all lined up as you guys walk out. It's very eerie. It's very quiet. None of them appear to be working. And you guys just begin to step out. And as you do, the doors just... As you guys leave the cave. Takes you roughly a bit longer than coming in. I believe about an hour and a half or so for you to get all the way back to the boat. And at this point, through all of your oh my god, I just remembered something. So yeah, it would take you roughly about an hour and a half. So we'll say about what, 2.5 hours after walking out this tunnel and everything, getting your sister there, have roughly passed. So you guys arrive to the boat. You see that the crew is doing some repairs. You can see that there's a few kind of bits of tools and whatnot that are on this like rocky beach that they have pulled off. A lot of broken pieces of wood, some burnt pieces that they're like have out. There's one of the workers have a burnt piece of wood, and they're like scraping off part of it, trying to give a new finish, and have this like lacquer that they have to reseal it. But they all seem to be working on the boat, and you see Captain Jamie standing on the very top of it with a spyglass, and goes, oh, fantastic! It's good to see you guys. Welcome back to the ship. Everything went well. Looky here, we got ourselves another passenger. Come on aboard, little lady. And welcomes you guys back to the boat. So during the walk and as you're on the boats at either point, what do you guys discuss for your next step?
I think Simon is just...
Sorry, go ahead.
I think Simon is just going, saying, it'll be okay. I got you. We'll figure out how to fix you up.
Yeah,
To
what's
heal
the
you.
plan from here, Simon?
As far as I'm concerned, you guys have earned your gold. As soon as we get... No, I think he's so happy. I think he'll give up the gold. Yeah. Now.
You don't have the
At
gold
the-
with you.
I don't have the gold?
No, the gold is the gold's in a chest back at the keep. You hid it.
Pretty
Okay.
smart not to travel with that much.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
you hit it whenever they invited you to stay at the keep. I'll tell you guys now, because if you survive, you'll find it. It's hidden under a floorboard in his room.
So your gold is actually in the floorboard, under the floorboard at the keep.
Okay. And
I
what
decided
about
it's
your more
not to
immediate
carry-
plans?
Sorry?
Like, you would... I'm not trying to hide it. I skipped straight over the gold piece. And I'm like, but what about your more immediate plans?
I'm good to just go back. I know I told you guys that any gold and stuff is in there can be yours. I'm not sure if that's something you still want to do.
I'm
Yes, I
talking
do.
more like immediate. Are you planning to set sail from here right now?
Captain, about how safe do you believe we are at this location?
Well, we've been making repairs pretty much all day long. You guys have been gone for a good 7 hours, 7.5 hours or so. We haven't seen anyone. A couple bats. And he points over to where are my boat details? Here we go. He points to Armin, the dwarf, Adrian, sorry, or Ardrian, and says, Ardrian caught a couple fish, and you can see a fire pit that's already been burnt out, but has a couple of halves of fish, and says, pretty safe, surprisingly. Looks like a dead end. There's no additional waterways, so I don't think many people travel this way. Not that anyone's really traveling here at all.
I think if we want to be best, will head out. We can head out in the morning. Rest there. It's safe, and we've determined that that's not always a guaranteed thing in these caves.
Very true, very true. Hey, and I'll like motion to the rest of the party, like, could you guys come over here?
Yeah, happy
Yeah,
to.
sure.
Team huddle.
Sherpa
Team
puts
huddle.
down a hammer. She was already trying to help repair the ship. No, sorry, I'll be back. Heads over.
She would apologize.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Yep.
So wait, am I playing Sherpa or are you playing Sherpa?
You're
Let's just
using-
be real.
You're battling Sherpa. I'm RPing Sherpa.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Let's be real.
So we
have to go back and
all saw that.
that was no, actually she didn't see. Saw what? What'd you Well-
No, I told her. I said it.
Okay. That's
I
right,
saw.
that's right. Are you sure it was him?
100%.
Well, we
I
have to go
mean,
back.
I think yeah, absolutely. Even if we only thought it was him.
I don't know why you left, lady.
Look at Tetra. Look at him. Look at him.
You would have been fine. You would've
Tetra's
been
like
fine.
all matted, like he has like a big cut on his face. Look, we have to go in with a plan. We know how those things work to a degree. We can focus on an individual task or take down one at a time, try and draw them out. I don't know, set up traps. Like we have to come up with a plan. Those things were extremely dangerous. Did you see all the goblins that Sparky thing killed? There was mounds of them.
Yeah, I would guess that he has just an endless supply of those things. There were so many, and he didn't seem to care losing a few.
While we're doing this, could we be taking like a short rest?
Yeah, I would say you guys are probably eating and drinking a bit, and you got some rations, and with the idea of having a long rest here anyway, you guys would probably, be taking off some gear a bit, relaxing. Yeah, you guys are. Yeah,
absolutely not on the taking off the gear part.
Well, I mean, really, like setting down your shield, setting down your great axe right next to you, essentially, just not being like, yeah, guys, what are we gonna do? I'm holding my axe and shield all day long. Like you're sitting on a crate, your things leaned up over here. Yes, if you guys would like, you can go ahead and mark a short rest. If you'd like to spend hit die, you may. As you guys finish the short rest, Relisa.
Yes.
I'll get back to you on that. Actually, I gotta find the thing. But go ahead and continue with your conversation.
I'll be right
That
back
was a
because
good
I'm.
Heal dice, Tetra. Look at you.
You bear back, Peter?
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm not in this conversation anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, so obviously we have to go back in.
Yep.
We
have
can't
no
do it
choice.
now. We need to sleep first. So our only real choice is how do we get this boat to stay here until we come back?
what if I try to persuade Jamie?
I
I
mean,
mean,
if you
he's
need to
not
persuade
paid
him.
by us. Like
I guess we
he,
need to get into Simon, right?
or we need to sweeten the deal somehow.
Maybe Simon will agree to a reduced fee to let us have our way with the cave.
Well, he came here to save his sister. Maybe there's some angle on that.
If he doesn't, I will kill
I'm
her.
not about to
I'm
hold
just
her
kidding.
hostage.
Oh.
No, of course I wasn't suggesting that, Tetra. I'm just saying that I don't know. Maybe she wants revenge.
Oh,
Maybe,
maybe.
She didn't want to go home to her parents.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, maybe Relisa, you should talk to her as somebody who doesn't want to go home to their parents.
I mean, yep.
And if anybody could possibly convince Simon of anything, it would be her.
That's true. That's true.
well, Simon seems like a business oriented, kind of down to the facts. So if you can think of a way to Harper on that side, I mean, we've only known him a few days, but this was a monumentous task, and I mean, he obviously has a heart, right? He came for his sister. He obviously
I bet
cares
Simon
about
doesn't
her.
want this to happen to anybody else. Maybe he'd even go in there with us now that she's out here safe.
Maybe.
Think
If we
I
had
would.
some way to guarantee her safety,
Well,
That's
to do
true.
that, we'd have to take the boat ride back and then come back again. Whole boat ride.
I don't know if he will let her out of her sight, and I don't really trust him enough to get off of the boat. I think he would just leave us.
he's been willing to leave us plenty of times already. I think you guys may be overestimating his like super goodwill towards men.
I think he's in it for himself, and that if he's not off of the boat with us, we can't get off the boat because we won't have a way back.
I think that's exactly right.
I agree.
Well, let's ask him to go in with us.
Let's ask his sister. This is like trying to get your mom to let your friend come over for a sleepover. You have
Right.
to have your friend standing right there.
Yeah,
All right, let's do that.
let's do that.
So as you guys are having this conversation, Relisa, you begin to feel sick. You don't feel good.
Am I pregnant? My boobs hurt?
A little bit.
A little
Probably
bit
got
pregnant.
punched in the boob.
You cough a bit, and this like green and black fungus like splatters on your hand, where you kind of cover your mouth and you look at it, and it looks very similar to some of the ooze that was on the wall. You are poisoned.
I told you not to lick the walls
How did I get poisoned?
by sucking
What?
on the wall.
You got like super splashed by so many things.
Yeah. Um. Hey, hey, Tetra.
Yeah, by the way, Tetra's poisoned too still.
You're not
For
poisoned.
however long that lasts.
You're
I
not
was
poisoned.
poisoned in the last session.
No, but I think that was just like a JK. You're not poisoned.
I
Yeah.
was
If I
poisoned
remember
by a
correctly.
bone devil.
Oh, were you? Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're poisoned.
Condition's still there.
Let me see how long that lasts from him.
So I would say, hey, Tetra.
1 minute. You're good.
Yes.
I can pause.
No, I was saying 1 minute is how long the poison
Oh.
condition lasts for Tetra. So Tetra, you're no longer poisoned.
So, there's like I coughed and I don't feel good, and I think I have a fever and my boobs hurt a bit, and there's like green stuff coming out of my mouth.
Whoa.
What?
Too much. Just
I'm sorry.
say
I'm just
half of those things.
I'm sorry, isn't
Gross,
he
do you have
like
a
a doctor?
disease?
I don't
No, I'm not
know.
a doctor.
I mean,
You
you're
should go find a
magical and you
doctor.
do we have a doctor? I feel I'm dead. Do I have oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Ew, you're gross. Don't touch me.
I cough again and like more comes out. I'm like, what is going
Ah!
on?
That's disgusting.
What do I do? What is coming out of my mouth?
He's in.
I'm like wiping my face.
Yeah, it's
We
pretty
might have to
gross.
leave her behind.
It's
Am I
too far gone.
contaminated? Is it because I was helping Olden get off the
You-
stairs? Did it get it? Olden, did you do this to me?
No, I'm fine.
But how do you know? Did you cough? Cough onto your hands and see what happens.
Sure,
I'll
if it's
do
like
that. I'll
15.
turn my head and cough.
Sure, if it's like 15 feet away from you. Ew.
Bestie,
No,
Bestie, what is
no,
it?
No.
Do you
Why don't you go?
Can you wash my hands?
No. Did you get near her?
No, I don't.
Okay. She's like
Uh,
looking over
maybe
the
I
rail
can-
towards the water, like as you kind of get close to her, like
You can
jokingly.
throw me.
Maybe I can try to figure out what's wrong with her. I'll try to give her an examination, but don't touch me.
Okay, I won't touch you. I won't touch you. I'm just
go-
doing this to my, like, both hands.
Yeah, do a medicine check for me.
Oh, super good. Like
Good.
24.
Wow. Yeah, with the 24, she's definitely under the poisoned condition. She is suffering from a poison. But as you look at it, you're recanting what's happened the past few days, and this poison is also necrotic, and it looks like the same kind of essence that was created from that floating gas spore looking thing that also splashed on you.
Yeah, it did. So now I'm worried about myself too, and I start checking myself over, see if I have any similar symptoms.
Give me another medicine check.
Not quite as good. 12.
12. You kind of you feel your pecs. You cough. You look for stuff, and you
Are
look
you
at your
sore?
tail, and you rotate it, and you seem all right.
All right, well, let me try this. I'm gonna cast a spell on you.
Cast a
Now
spell on you.
And now you're mine.
And now you're dead.
Ah!
Actually,
Yeah.
I even have.
inflict wounds. They're out of
Sorry.
misery.
Tippy comes to life. Can
I
play
might have to
Tippy in
meditate
2
on this.
characters? Because that would be really great.
Yeah, might have to meditate.
What spell are you thinking about, Tetra?
I'm thinking I don't have it prepared.
Yeah, but which spell don't you have prepared?
Well, I gotta find. Oh, I do have Lesser Restoration. It is prepared. All right, let's try it. It's a level 2 spell, and I happen to have one of those slots left.
Thank
Boom.
goodness.
Instantaneous duration, vocal and somatic. Abracadabra.
Ah!
And which
I start off on my hands again and see what happens.
which do
I
you
lay hands on you.
do you remove the condition blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned?
Poisoned, since I've decided that's what I think she had.
Yeah,
With my
you
medicine check.
you cast it on her and release it. You start and you throw up all this black and green
Oh!
exorcist style just as it all leaves your body, and your
Tetra,
eyes are like watering. Your
tundra.
gut hurts. Your abs are like crunched up. You feel better, but you feel pretty shitty.
Ugh.
I love that
Thanks.
feeling, IRL, of being done puking.
Yes.
I puked last week, and then it's very fresh for me. Yeah, you are no longer poisoned.
Oh, thank God. That I feel better, but man, God, I'm tired. I gotta take a nap now.
You take a nap now?
I gotta take a nap now.
Well, good job. That was violently disgusting, but I assume that took care of it.
Tetra, do you want to like take water and like get this puke off the boat?
I pull out my plunger.
I walk away though, and I go sit next
Yeah,
to
I go to the
River.
upper deck. I go to the upper deck.
Sherfa goes over to Simon and kind of pulls Simon away from River for a moment as Relisa kind of sits down and begins chatting a bit to River. And Sherfa says, can I talk to you for a second, Simon?
Give me a second. River, are you going to be okay?
She's like, yeah, I think so. She just looks over Relisa. Hi, I'm River, and she puts up her arm that's missing and then switches it over to the other one. And then she kind of laughs and then cries, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry.
I say I'm Relisa, and when I grab her working hand, I do use healing hands on her, which heals her for 7 hit points. Maybe she'll feel better.
You see these like sunken eyes that because she was frozen in the state that she originally came here in, and she seemed fine, but through just walking in the body going through all that trauma, you see these like bags under her eyes. You see her face is kind of like sunken down a bit, but you see her face fill out a bit. You see her breathe a little bit easier. You see like this like very raw fleshy that like dried blood where her ear had ripped off kind of heals over with a scar, but is very much like completely, she's missing part of her ear. Then she's been keeping her hair over it, but you kind of see she instinctually like puts it behind her ear and then pulls it down, but when she does it one time, you see that it's healed ever so slightly.
And I grab a ration and I hand her a ration, that way she can make sure she's eating.
Yeah, and she kind of picks at it, eating it just a little bit at a time. She'll ask you, where you're from and what do you like to do, and she talks about how she's from Tridon and her family's very influential. And if you ask about her family, she doesn't really say exactly who they are, but she just says that her and her brother, while given a very cushy life, have been oppressed with their personal desires, and she was trying to like find out who she was as a person, and came here with the intention of killing a Medusa and getting elixirs to help other people who had been turned to stone, and she underestimated. Just kind of goes on about this a bit. Tetra, what'd you get for your plunger? Did you roll?
No, I didn't actually use it yet, but I can.
Yeah, we'll do that when you get back. So Sherfa pulls Simon aside, and you guys kind of get over to the railing, and she kind of sits on it. And this Goliath kind of is crunching down a bit, and she says, did you see that floating purple sphere in the water, near the water?
I'm sorry, what?
Did you see the floating purple sphere near the water?
No. There was a floating purpose.
Yes.
That's odd.
We had the keep that we have. It was conjured, created, came from somewhere through this magical deck. And one of our friends, Unit 7, also used this deck, and it took him away from us. All his gear, his spellcasting focus, everything that was on him dropped where he was, and he was just ripped from us. We don't really know him super well. We found him in an abandoned temple where he was stuck in a jail cell, but he's been helpful. He's been helpful with us. He's had our back, and we've had his, and he is there. And we were trying to figure out how to get him back. And I mean, this is just an unbelievable coincidence, but we need to go back in there. And I don't think we can do that without you.
Well, I mean, you want me to leave my sister? I
Only
mean, I just got
temporarily.
her back.
Well, you also saw those other statues in that cave. Those are other people's sisters. And you heard what she said. Well, you may not have heard, but when we left, she told us to go. She let us go, that creature, so that we could spread the word. It's waiting for more people to be pulled into this honey trap, and more people are going to lose their sisters. She'll be safe. Captain Jamie said that they've been here all day without seeing a single thing. If we rest up tonight, we can all protect each other. We know exactly where to go. We can form a safe, effective plan. We can be in and out within 4 hours. I don't know what your history is of where you come and tried on, but she lets out like a sigh, like, I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm a princess. My dad is a king in the Green Sea Meadow. If you need a place to stay, you could have a home there. I mean, you've worked so well with us. You could even stay with us at the keep. I'm sure Relisa wouldn't care. I mean, it is her home, but we're doing a lot of work together, and you just seem... I know she's important to you, but I know that sometimes when you're so focused on something and you finally get it, you need something else, and you could be something else with us. River could be something else with us.
I mean, that's... Right now, I don't think River knows what she needs. I just want to get her away from him. I want to get her at a much safer location.
Is there...
I mean,
in the river system, or all the way back to Thousand Leaf?
I'm done with the river system.
Well, what would be a safe location? Because the travel back is going to have its own dangers. Our friend is in there. I know you came for your sister, and we didn't know what you were after, but that is someone that we... clearly not as much as you care for your sister, but that is someone that we care about. If you need to take back some of your gold, this is something she would say, if you need to take back some of your gold that you offered us, we can work out a better deal if it's money. Just think about it. You don't have to answer now. We all need to rest.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Tetris plunger.
I rolled salt water.
What
5 gallons, please.
Perfect. Yeah, 5 gallons. You just kind of spray it down a bit, get all that barf rolls off the edge. Cool.
Nice. Not stinky.
Would anyone else like to approach River, or Release if you wanted to ask anything specific of River? I mean, she's an NPC. Don't feel like you can't ask questions. Like, I just trying to get to Peter for a moment there. But if anyone wants to talk to Simon, if anyone wants to talk to River, the captain, or if, the group, whatever.
I think I would
I
just
bet.
pull out my schematic for 4B and just kind of, start going over it.
Very good.
I'm imagining
Hey,
that, like, over the course of whatever amount of time, like, each of us are going to find our own personal moment to talk to Simon and bring this up, not realizing that it's already been brought up to him so many times.
I was thinking
And
the
he's gonna get
exact.
sick of us asking.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Would everyone do that to a degree?
We're not blind. We can, see that some conversation has been had as they kind of sit off to the side of the boat on their own. So probably I wouldn't.
Sure. Some people may feel that they might have the right words to say to persuade someone,
Yeah.
depending on how
Yeah,
important.
obviously they're doing it wrong. I need to tell them.
Yeah,
They'll understand me.
Depending on how important Unit 7 is to each of you individually, because it may not be the same for everyone. But
Oh, I think
So
I
I
would just trust that they're doing a well enough job and know that I'm not good with talking to people. So
Fair.
rather than ruin that interaction for anyone else, I would probably abstain.
absolutely, that is no problem.
I would try to talk to River, and I would say, do you know how long you were there for?
She says, I don't know what day or month
Well,
it
tell her what
is.
day it is today.
Her eyes kind of go wide as her head kind of drops, and she's like, I've been there for like 9 months.
Wow.
I left.
That would be really difficult.
I dove into this cave system back in Chess, which is the 3rd month of the year.
I'm so glad that we were able to find Simon and really help get you out. I know that there's, he, he would have he would have struggled without a whole group of people to really protect him. Throughout this journey to get you.
Yeah.
It's been really, really challenging and quite dangerous at times, but we've definitely been protecting your brother.
She puts a hand like on your hand and just says, thank you. I can't thank you enough. I mean, you've literally saved my life, all of you.
Um, I I normally wouldn't ask this such a big deal. When we were
Anything.
there, when we were there, we actually I don't know if you saw, but there was this big purple orb thing in front of where you were and where the big water thing was. I really don't know what it is, but um it was our friend unit 7 and we really need to get back in there and we don't think we could do it without your brother next to us.
She
And I
like
know it's going
glances
to be
over to
dangerous.
him, kind of watching him. You're maybe like grabbing a ration or something, or doing something as you stepped away briefly from River, but you never leave her side very far. You give her a bit of space to let her engage in these conversations, but yeah, she just looks over at Simon and looks back to you.
And just like we help protect him, he's been there for us. He's been a great ally over these last couple of days. Um, do you think he would go back in there with us to get our friend the way that we got you for him?
You give me an insight check.
A whopping 8.
You can see that there is her brow furrows, and you could tell that she's really thinking about it, and you feel like she might have something to say, but doesn't necessarily say it, and says, I truly didn't know Simon was even capable of getting all this together. So he is capable of many things, I suppose, but I don't know what he's gone through over these months. I don't know if there's people waiting for us when we get back to Thousand Leaf. I don't know what my mother and father think. I don't know what obligations he has, but Simon has a good heart, but I don't know. I would encourage him to. I mean, you guys have done such a great thing for me, and I'm sure he's filled your pockets with gold for it, but some things aren't worth gold. You can just see her kind of really, you can see that she's really like debating and taking that in, like, how much was I worth? You see her kind of putting a value on her own life as she kind of thinks about it, but she just doesn't really have a solid, That's his decision to make, essentially.
Yeah.
What about the rest of you? Cool. So
I'm in the poop deck.
yeah, you guys spend the rest of the night kind of getting your stuff together, talking with Captain Jamie, who talks about, you know, shifts you guys will take, and there's too many of you guys for you not to have 2 to 3 people on each shift. You guys are able to take a long rest. If you'd all like to mark that on your character sheet, give yourself a long rest.
Hell yeah.
Tetra, when you wake up, you don't feel too good.
Oh no. I got
You
the
pregnant?
sick.
You
Do my boobs
when
hurt?
when you wake up, your pectorals, they kind of are sore, and you stand up and you stretch out, and you take a swig of some water, and it goes down the wrong pipe, and you're and you hack up this big, like, algae black green slime on your hand. You don't feel too good.
This is awful. I just had my long rest, and I don't feel better. Let me take this long rest real quick. Boom. Alright, That's not my spells.
And you can
I
change
recognize this. No, I didn't.
No, I'm saying you
Oh,
can change your
can, yes.
spells because depending on what you intend or think might happen, you guys might go back in the battle. You have a small idea, and I'll encourage you to think back of a handful of descriptions and conditions and things of that nature to see if there might be any specific spells that might help you.
I think in the morning I'm going to try and find Relisa.
Yep, easily done. And to clarify, as you guys went to bed, Simon, I assume you were sleeping very close to River, and she will be laying down, and you would have been, you know, seeing probably messing with some gear of some sort, just kind of spending time. Do you have like a deck of cards or dice or anything?
I don't. Let's see. I got bedroll. No, I don't think so.
What would Simon be doing?
I need to remove this oil.
Right. What would Simon be doing to pass the time?
Normally he's been cleaning everything. He's been
Maybe cleaning a sword or something along those lines?
yeah, double checking all of his the runes on his armor and sword and shields.
Yeah, for sure. So as you're kind of doing that,
He's been a little too focused in the past couple of months.
you're kind of doing this, and you look down to double check on River, and her eyes are just kind of open, just looking at you with her hands kind of under her head as her head lies on the pack. And she'll just say, "Their friend is still in there."
I know.
I don't know these people, but they've done us a great service. They've done me a great service, and I'm sure you've paid them out of Mother and Father's coffer, but
That I did.
and she just kind of leaves it at that. She doesn't say much else.
And for you, I would have paid everything out of the coffer.
She kind of extends her hand out from underneath the blanket and just kind of grabs your ankle because you're probably sitting up on the crate, and just gives it a squeeze, and you see her smile and her eyes close, and she falls asleep with her hand on your ankle. But fast forward to the morning where you approach Relisa, maybe.
Yeah, Relisa.
Yes,
Got a moment?
Absolutely.
Shofa asked me to join you guys. Go back.
I think that would be amazing if you could.
And I've also been told that is your keep. in?
Yeah,
Was
my
it
house.
Thousand Leaf?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in Thousand Leaf.
Is there any way for you to write something or have a key to give to River in case we don't come back? So she can, in case none of us comes back, she can still get to safety.
I would do that for you.
And if I don't make it, I think Sofa has said she would try and help out.
Yeah, I mean, Surfa and her dad are very powerful and prestigious people, and of course, being besties with her, I know everything about her, and she has such a kind heart. She definitely would help a lot, and I'm willing for you guys to stay at my keep in Thousand Leaf for however long you need or want.
We won't be too. I'll help you get your friend back.
Oh, thank God. That's so great. That's so great. I don't know how to thank you, Simon. I would get out a pen and paper and I
Yeah.
would write it down. I would write down the address for her.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say, don't be afraid that there is a mouse. Her name is Perfume. She's very nice.
And I'll be like, this is just in case I don't come back.
You see her.
This crew has their standing orders on when to leave.
And you see she is. There's a moment of like fear, like I just got back, but also you see that she has a strong look of just proud, and her eyes well up with tears, and she just smiles, says, "Be safe. Don't make any foolish decisions." And she looks at all of you. Come back with a plan. And she holds us, like, pointing the scroll of paper parchment to release and says, "I don't want to use this."
I don't want you to use it either, but you have it if you need it.
And you again see her kind of twist in agony, hearing that statement. But, yeah, she's just kind of nods and tucks it away in a spare pack that was given to her at some point.
I'll make sure she knows where the good food was stored.
Cool. Easily done. Yeah. The captain gives her the next morning. She's feeling a bit more energetic. The captain gives her a bit of a tour of the ship and tells her a few things. Takes her into the cabin quarters and just kind of talks it out with her. But you guys have the morning again. Tetra, you're poisoned. What would you guys like to do? What would you like to discuss?
Olden, not being party to any of these conversations, would walk up with his brand new Steel Defender.
Is that
What?
just summoned?
I can complete a new one at the end of a long rest.
So cool.
Psychotic. Cool.
You don't need like materials or anything. You just like.
That's what I was thinking.
I've got materials, actually. I specifically keep a whole pile of spare parts, which I pulled out of the workshop back in Thousand Leaf and carry with me in case I need to make a new one.
I love it so much. What's his name? Her name?
So that's part of why I've kind of been like semi-AFK. It's definitely different. Doesn't look at all like 4B. It's not going to be called Krabby anymore, but I don't have a final choice on that. I'll have to get back to you with art and what it looks like, but just for what it's probably, this one's probably more humanoid shaped.
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
Well, for the group.
Oh.
Does anybody have a non-magical weapon, slashing or
I mean, I have a
specifically
dagger.
Sherfa will say, I
that
mean,
you use.
my what, two-handed mace, maybe axe, my whatever, is magical because of Olden.
I can
And-
make magic items, but it takes a while.
Does it give? I'll pull out the oil of sharpness.
Sure.
Say, I have a. If this is put on a non-magical weapon, it'll make it extra sharp. I think it has to be non-magical for it to work. Or does the +3 just overrides the plus
This
on the
clear.
What about
item?
what about Tetra's
it-
Mukwa?
Doesn't say anywhere that you can't just stack it. This clear gem sparkles with tiny shift of the oil can coat one slash-pierce weapon or up to 5 pieces of slashing pierce ammunition. Takes a minute to apply for 1 hour. Is magical and has a +3. I would say it stacks.
You said, all right. Well, never mind. I won't say anything.
You would keep it.
Cool. Wow.
When I think we're gonna have the battle in less than an hour, I'll apply it.
Unless you want otherwise, I'd say when you guys are able to see the doors that were shut, you would probably stop there to make your final preparations.
I would say that I'm, like everybody give me something that's convenient to carry around. I'm going to put light on a bunch of stuff. Like in magical tinkering, I think if we're going to go in, we should go in with everything we have. So
I
give us
will
a few small lights at least.
I will
I
remind
have
you,
the
it takes
light.
an hour to walk down the hall. So just keep that in mind. And if you want to stop literally like 1 minute before you go through door, you're able to do that. But those are kind of 2 points.
I need 30 seconds to enchant 5 objects.
Dope.
So I can.
I was thinking more for duration than that, but yes.
They have infinite duration.
Perfect.
So I can. So we need. I think. So obviously that creature, that fish creature needs to perish first.
Zura.
So the Medusa, it sounds like she will run as soon as she was released, or do something. I don't think she'll attack us if we manage to kill it. I don't know about Spooky.
They
She
all
might
seem
be
to
insane,
retain
though.
their original wills. If she's at least aware that she's being mind controlled and able to communicate half of that.
Well, Medusa's also an intelligent. Are we sure that Spooky is? I don't remember seeing any. I'm sorry for this. Spark of intelligence. It might just revert to animal instincts.
I think you're right.
But, I mean, if that's the case, we're in no better position than before it was.
Yeah, at the very least, we need to make sure that Zura isn't summoning endless horde of goblins on our heads.
Shuffles. Or never mind. No, she won't.
So I would remind
said-
people that I do have some really good, like, huge area.
Let me jump in super quick. I'm going to be reading and doing a bunch of stuff. You guys plan. I'm not going to know your plan because I'm really not paying attention. If you need me, call my name. But you guys call me when you're ready.
So I would remind people that I have some pretty big area effects. And then I would say, and Tetra can do fireball sometimes.
Sometimes.
Or sometimes like a wall or something. I don't know. Like he can do some cool stuff.
So hit.
But I can only do 2 spells per short rest.
So there's not, if I remember correctly, there's not a good holdable position that place except for the
A what position? You broke out.
holdable.
We can't hold it.
Like it's if we try to be in one spot, they can come up behind us.
Yep.
I think if there's one thing we can count on, it's that Zura wants more things.
True.
If we make some sort of offer, we may be able to get back to where Zura's actual body is and do something about them.
Maybe.
Maybe offer. Try to make a trade.
I mean, they didn't seem very shy about showing us everything the last time we were in there, so we could definitely, I mean, if we're trying to say negotiate for one of the statues we think is back there,
I'll also say this. Fighting with the Medusa there was a lot harder than I thought it would be. So if she's there, I think we need to focus on getting rid of her to make sure we're as strong as can be.
Do you think kill the Medusa if we see her?
If she's
was her
involved in the
request, too.
fight, I think we need. I think she needs
She
to
wants
go
to be
down.
put out of her misery.
Yeah, she
Because
does.
if we can't look, we're much more likely to not hit any.
I agree.
And I think that thing's power comes from controlling others. I don't think that it in particular is all that powerful.
well, it's very large.
Yeah. And it might be all that powerful. I don't know.
At the very least, it has mass.
I mean, yeah, it's large, but it can walk around the place, so it's not that. So it's something we can deal with. Remember, Seven haven't seen its real body. That's gonna be a shock.
Well,
Yeah, Tetra wasn't
I
paying
mean,
attention at that point either.
I'm not sure we need to get super detailed with our plan because
Yeah, it's gonna go
anything
awry
we-
anyway.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna go wrong. So let's just get sort of a more general idea of what we're up to. What's the move here? Are we going to try to make an offer to get our way in? Are we going to? I don't think it's probably very feasible to try to fight our way in. That doesn't make much sense. Those goblins were filling in behind us as we moved, so there's gotta be a ton of them.
There is. Yeah.
Doesn't make sense to try to fight goblins
And it seems
when
like
there's that many.
it seems like she knows exactly what's happening in all parts of her cage. Like it's almost like she can see through everybody or something. I don't know.
So the only way we're ever going to get close is if they let us to begin with.
I agree. But her form was an illusion until the end, maybe.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah. When she was right after you got your sister, she kind of went away onto the water, and the water didn't move at all. Like there was zero movement when she got in there. And then when she backed away, she like disappeared. But I mean, I can create illusions, and I created an illusion in my hand, and I knew that it was fake, but I didn't know it until it was too late. But that wasn't actually her that we were talking to. It was an illusion.
Schweife.
So we have to make sure that whoever, if we do go to attack her, that it's the real thing.
Did you see the real body of her?
I think I did. Alex, did I see? Could I have tell that
Yeah.
it was the yeah
Yeah, you guys saw
it's
water like
with
dripping
all the
off. And
treasure and yeah, that one was real. The first one not so much. The one that was actually with our friend, that was real.
the
And
main
there's a lot of gold
difference
there.
the main difference between the illusion and the real one was obviously the size, but the real one looked much older. Its scales looked dingier. There was a lot more like not moss, like algae and like black spots on it. It looked old. Very
So
old.
I would be able to tell the difference between the illusion and the real thing?
So, yeah, I would say so. Especially due to the size difference. That'd be an easy giveaway.
Yeah. That one, the other
So-
one was like a baby.
It's like a
The other one's
sedan
pretty
versus like an RV.
The other one's massive. Like big. Like bigger than big.
Some would say
I mean, no, it's not
huge.
that bad. It's not that. It's fine.
So based off of how big did you saw, would you
Yeah.
say it's bigger than the hallways?
Oh, definitely.
I mean, no, it's pretty big.
It was at least 20 feet wide.
If that's the case, then we would have to go and fight in the room with all the statues. If it can't leave.
Everything else that we see is probably going to be an illusion, probably.
I mean,
I would say the
If-
Medusa might be an illusion, but we saw things turn to stone. Can't.
Maybe it's like a Wizard of Oz situation where
Wizard
It's
of
just not
Oz.
gonna
I've heard
come
that
out.
story before.
it's just gonna stay hidden for as long as it possibly can until we go up and pull away the curtain.
Probably.
I think
Unless-
it'll use its minions against us more than anything.
I think so.
Which means that big snake lizard lightning monster
Sparky?
is gonna be probably the worst part of this.
Well, if you think that's true, we could always try to remove that asset from the board first.
Well, I think we should start with whatever we see first between Medusa, Sparky.
You think we need to remove the pieces before going after the king?
Yeah,
I can
Hopefully.
see that.
The important ones, at least. I don't think I would really want to try to use any of your big spells, Relisa, until they're absolutely needed.
Yeah, I think I'm going to keep those.
I mean,
Just
unless you're
for-
going to use it to prevent them from approaching us at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to try to keep my spells for.
Do you have any spells like that that might be able to, like, deny an area, deny access?
I mean, I can make an entire area like pitch black darkness and really cold. Like a big area too, like a big area,
Is it really big and an area?
yeah, it's a 20-foot sphere of cold and black and dark, and so I could do that. Then they won't be able to see. Well, they don't have eyeballs anyway, but they wouldn't be able to see anyway in there. I can
best
also.
I can do, and I can only do it once. I can only try once. Is to banish one of them for a very short time. If they happen to both come at us at once.
That could be good to have that as a backup. And then, I mean, we have Fireball and stuff. I have Fireball, Tetris sometimes.
Wait, Petra,
I can try Fireball.
What does your banish spell do?
It
like, You
it
say you're
sends them off
banishing
to Narnia. I mean, another dimension. For a little while.
Do you think if you sent big fish creature off to a different dimension that it would still be able to control its thralls?
Oh.
So banish, if you banish it, you have to pick a realm that you're sending it to. If you send it to its home realm, then it can be stuck there forever. So if you pick the right realm, then it's just gone. If you pick a different realm that's not from, it's there for a minute or until you lose concentration.
But
I
that's
will.
a good idea.
I will.
I feel like
als-
that's kind of twisted around.
Oh, okay,
um,
it might be. I'm not reading it.
If the target is native to a different plane of existence than the one you're on, then they're banished.
Right. So if they're from
Uh,
a different realm and you banish them back to their home realm, then they are there permanently.
No. It's the opposite. If they're from any realm other than the one that you're on.
Right. That's what I'm saying. If you
But
banish
it can't,
them to
doesn't have to be that specific one. It could be any other one.
Sorry,
You
what?
just banish them away from where you're at.
If the target
If
is a
they're not
native
from
to the
this
plane of
plane,
right.
if they're not from this plane, then they return home.
That's what I'm saying. If I see. If they're not,
Then
from
they
this, I
do
see,
return
okay.
home. yeah.
Understood.
Yeah, it says.
And
Go ahead.
if the spell lasts for its full minute duration, then they're permanently home.
Understood.
But
Okay.
if
Cool.
I'm like, if I break concentration somehow, then they pop back.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at this now, and it says if the target is native to this plane, you banish it to a harmless demi. If
and then
it's
it'll come
not
back
native,
after a minute.
yeah, if it's
Yeah.
not native, you banish it to its home.
Copy. Understood. My bad.
And
Tetra,
it-
I
and that's
will.
only permanent if I can get the spell to last its full minute.
Tetra, I will also remind you of your channeled divinity.
Yeah.
Okay.
What? Now I do have to ask this as well. You said you saw your friend. Would he be any help?
Absolutely. He came up with all sorts of great ideas.
He was very, very good.
If we can figure out how to get him
Out of an orb?
here.
Did Shofa
Here?
tell me about the orb, or did she just say they saw him?
You would have been given information, or she would explain it to you now.
Okay.
You know
Jesus
it.
Christ.
What?
His Warhammer 40k death dude.
I didn't know 40k.
So I do like this banishment idea. Maybe if it's banish and the other beings are not actively harming, I'm not sure a minute would be enough to pull somebody out from a magical thing, but it might be. And if the
mean-
thing is native to this plane, at least we'll have no backup.
Would we have been able to look to it? Would we have been able to see if we would have been able to like carry the sphere with us? Like, is it in
was
like a
like-
container?
It was like 10 feet in diameter.
Big. Well, I mean, we have somebody that gets giant. Would he be able to? No, not too big.
Are you asking me?
Also, it was like floating, right?
It was floating.
Mm.
You say it was 10 feet off the ground?
10 feet off the ground, 10 foot in size.
I mean,
I might be. If I'm a larger size, I might be able to just go and grab it.
we won't know until we get there.
Maybe we can try to just. Maybe it's magic and we can dispel it.
Maybe. You'll need to be able to save spells for that stuff.
You are still
Or maybe
poisoned.
old. Or maybe Olden has some good
Yeah.
spells.
I do have to take care of that poison. I wish it was ritual. But yeah, I'm gonna use a spell slot already.
Okay.
to attempt to remove my poison with lesser restoration, just like her. But I'm going to prepare. I saw what she did. I'm going to lean over the edge of the boat.
And exactly what you want to happen happens. You dispel it. You barf. You're good.
Did I infect you? I'm really sorry if I did.
I think you did.
I'm sorry. Your boobs feel better now, though, don't they?
Still tender.
Yeah, mine too.
My boops.
At least you're not pregnant, though.
River
Are
will.
Thank
you?
goodness.
River will kind of limp over to you guys as you're kind of discussing these battle plans, and she says, "I feel better after my rest. I think I'll be able to provide you with some help before you leave. So just let me know when you leave, so I can say bye and wish you all luck. But I have some support I should be able to provide you."
That'd be great.
Yeah, do you mind answering how you got down here in the first place? Like, were you abducted or are you an adventurer?
I came down here of my own volition. I have been following Ilmater for some time. I am a paladin. And I've just spoke to some people in Thousand Leaf. I was just trying to do good in the world. And a woman told me some stories of sailors who would get lost, and the Medusa would lure them in with promise of rich gold and magical trinkets, and they would never return. And I thought if I could kill the Medusa and open that lair up, that those who are capable could come and release those from that trap. Overzealous and foolish, and she hung her head low with shame. I was just wanting to help people. I hired someone much like Captain Jamie here. I saw one of their statues on our way out. I suppose the rest of the crew are in there as well, or dead.
Well,
Well, I can't blame you for sticking to your oath. That's respectable enough.
and if we do get to finish off this creature, well then, I am sure we can get a lot of more adventurers or somebody to come down and collect the people. That's still a lot of people. A lot of them are still able to be revived, like I did you.
And that large creature with the lightning, if you slay it, if we're able to come in and out, I know people in Thousand Leaf, if they are still there. I've been gone for some time, as you know, but they can turn its hide into armor. And you know, if you kill the Medusa and you see a bit of vigor kind of get in her, if you kill the Medusa, we can use her blood to free them. And that creature that's controlling this all, I'm sure there's parts of it that we could sell and do better for many people. And
Yeah.
a lot of gold that can be had. I mean, I hope you. I know you'll come back fine.
Magical creatures are wonderful parts. That oil was made from a basilisk.
She's just kind of like,
Not
good.
I mean, it's not quite the same level as Medusa, but
So, what is y'all's plan?
We
I guess-
win. I'm just kidding.
Are you guys?
Yeah,
are
we
you?
plan
Did
to
we
go.
decide?
Are
I
you
mean,
guys?
I think
Good.
I think we just talked about where we're going to fight and what have you, but I don't remember if we decided how we're getting there.
Yep.
I want you casting an intense invisibility spell so we can sneak in.
So I
I
will.
mean, they
Okay,
weren't
good.
using their eyes to begin with, so we probably won't benefit from an invisibility spell.
Sherfa will
Good point.
say, we could either wipe out the goblins one by one as we approached, clear a path, and maybe try and separate the Medusa and the lightning creature and the Zura and take one out at a time rather than face them all at once, or we could try and sneak by all of them and maybe assassinate a stronger one, catch the Medusa off guard possibly. I mean, I agree, I feel like they knew we were there, but at the same time we weren't approached until we were in there for some time. So
Well, until I took the magical items.
well,
I'll keep my hands off until they're dead.
smart.
But when
you
they're
guys-
dead,
Mhm.
we're taking it all.
Sheriff like, yeah. You guys say goodbye to River, Captain Jamie, who says that he'll take good care of her, and they will stay for 2 more days
2 more days.
2 more
before
days.
shipping off. She has her contract. She hugs you, Simon, and just says very personal words of, be smart, watch the flank, always watch your steps, be careful, and just kind of like a very take care of yourself. And she's very, very adamant about that. But as you guys begin to, right before you depart, she says, oh, and she pulls out a locket that was like underneath the shirt, and she holds it, and she puts her hand out to half of you, cast a spell, and another half of you cast a spell, and you all for the next 8 hours have aid at the 3rd level. So all of you get an additional 10. Is it temporary? Your hit point max.
Raises our max. Yep.
The
So
max
you,
HP modifier.
yeah. So each of you get 10 plus. So add that to your current health. For 8 hours. So essentially for 7 hours once you're actually up at the doors.
How do you do that?
Click your HP, and at the bottom left it says max HP modifier. Type a 10 in there.
Oh, I see.
Well, we have about 3 miles to go back. You said it was an hour, so that's about 3 miles.
And you guys do. Without issue, you arrive to where you're roughly within eyesight of the doorway. You stop as you guys kind of prep about what you're going to do. Simon, you apply your oil to your sword at this point. Lasts for an hour. Oh, Simon froze.
Simon, come back.
Simon, come back.
I
You come
think I'm
Oh,
back.
there it is. Yep.
Okay,
Slightly laggy, but yep. Do you apply the oil to your sword?
I do.
So how would you guys like to approach from here? Sherfa will do what you guys suggest. So what are you guys doing as you re-enter? Let me see.
Are
if I
we
can-
offering one of ourselves? Are we offering someone else?
Can offer me.
I would point to the new Defendos. Like, what about that?
New Magic Man.
I mean, he's definitely magic and definitely man-shaped, but the fish man seemed to be able to tell the difference last time.
Through the conversation you had with Zura, you would gather that Zura is quite intelligent, but also a little crazy. A little that stuck in a cave, old world creature, hungers for power, left to their own devices, slightly insane, but definitely not dumb. You don't live that long being stupid.
I like the idea of offering Tetra, though. I think if we're trying to convince them of value, maybe having both parts of a devil's contract would be something they're interested in.
Oh
You
God.
don't just own the people, you own the whole thing.
I do not think Sherpa would appreciate that.
Yeah, we'd need to
Well,
see what
we don't have
Sherpa
to
says
actually surrender that.
see what
We just have
Sherpa
to offer it.
says
Yeah, don't
about
worry, it's
Olden
just-
bringing that up.
It's a lie of an offer.
I mean,
The idea is that we're here to kill it, and this is our way to get close enough to do that. This
can
is
try
not
to-
an actual offer.
I could try to persuade.
So
We'll
let
see.
me ask you guys this: once you
Or
get to the
deceive.
doors, are you guys intending to like walk in and be like, "Yo, we're back," or are you ttrying to
Zura!
sneak through?
I'm here to bargain!
Is
that
that
what
what
you would say?
I'm passing it as a suggestion.
someone
I mean, I
needs to
think
make a
she's gonna-
decision?
I'm
think
okay
she's
with the
gonna know.
suggestion.
I would do
Tetra-
that. Yes.
It is your person that's being offered. If that's what you'd like to do, then you make the call.
No. Okay, I do exactly what you said, but
Are-
loud enough.
Are you going to go up the stairs, across the hall, and then back down, where you guys fought the Medusa or fought the Carrick and everything?
Yeah, are we gonna try to like walk through the goblins,
That's what I'm trying to find out from you guys. I need to know. What
or are
you're
we gonna
doing.
call it out at the door?
I would call that out at the door, and we'll take it from there. If
We're
everything
knocking on
goes
the
shit,
door.
it'll go to shit right away.
Okay, so you guys do so. Go ahead and place your tokens down here, if you will, in this little lit up area that I placed for you. As you
Did the
guys,
goblins bring us here?
yes. So as you guys knocked on the door, the gates were opened, and they just kind of look at you. And through who speaks Undercommon? Is it Olden?
Yeah, me.
Through Undercommon, you hear these goblinoids go, "What do you want?"
I ignore them.
Okay, you ignore them and just walk past them.
Before we move on, can I actually suggest we finish our before the door conversation, and I have a question to
Yes.
to clarify for that.
For sure.
Yeah.
What are we offering me for? What are we gonna ask him for? Because he's gonna want to know what we're offering me for.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we covered that. One of the other statues that we saw in their lair.
Okay. Any
They like
particular?
trading statues for statues. Just let them know that we're here. We're shopping, basically. We have currency, and we're here to shop.
Yes, Amanda.
I have multiple releases and I can't move her.
I don't know why you always have the issue with that. It's crazy.
I don't know either, but I mean, I'm cool with having lots of releases. That could be fun. That would be a lot of fun.
You learn mirror image, except a much better one where it's actually copies of yourself.
That's right.
That's a much worse one because they can't move.
It's weird that it's
True.
in your journal. You can place them, but you can't then move them.
Yeah.
Edit.
And it's not every single time now either. Well, maybe it is.
Just completely
Maybe it's
delete the
anytime when
character and remake it.
I
Yeah.
think it's anytime I move it.
Well, I'll try and do exactly what Kyle just suggested next time. But you guys are walking up, and as you ignore them, a lot of them are kind of falling behind you. Not in a necessarily aggressive way, but your lack of communication has drawn a bit of attention. Unbeknownst to you, a few of those calls go out as it attracts some nearby ones that kind of pull off, reach into these bags around their hips with these mushrooms. They walk roughly 10 feet behind you or so. But as you guys go up the stairs, you get to about
Take the dodge action.
as you get to here to the top of the stairs, you yet again hear the baleful cry of the Medusa, now recognizable to you since you've been here before, down the hall this way. Do you guys continue down the hall to the right to continue to the lair?
we break
Petra?
off?
I mean, I'm not super convinced that we need to put our cards on the table with,
So
in
don't-
exchange for a Medusa. So let's try to get a little bit deeper.
Okay, but if we get deeper, we'll be dealing with both at once.
Well, unless we can take one out in the early stages. If we focus,
Alright.
focus fire.
If we focus, I feel like the Medusa might be easier than the snake guy.
Well,
Lovely.
then
But
we focus the Medusa when she appears.
so take both at once?
So, yeah, what are you doing? I'm confused. You're saying like you want to do both, but
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
what-
saying focus on what's in front of us. If there's a lightning lizard in front of us, then focus that. And if we think we can take out the Medusa faster, and she appears, then
But-
we swap targets.
But the Medusa is available right here without a lightning monster. Do we go straight to her, or do we go deeper where they will just flank us?
Alex, you'll need to let me know if what I saw was correct or not. But I thought that I saw more than one Medusa. Was that just a token?
That was a mistake. yeah, that was
Okay.
a token mistake.
So we're only actually aware of just the one Medusa.
That is correct.
Okay, that settles my mind a little bit better. I was expecting that we might have to deal with more than one. So I was trying to prioritize bigger threats. Yeah, I mean, we can do that and just try to fight our way through these goblins to get to where we believe Zura is afterwards. I think once we engage anything, the jig is up.
Agreed.
I agree.
Yep.
So what do you say? Left or right?
So what does that mean? What do you do?
Are we
Oh,
trying to
I'm
go
just-
towards the Medusa right now? That we
That's
heard?
what we're figuring out. So as you
I
guys are,
mean, when
you
I
guys
look at the
hear
group,
this.
like, are they all looking at me for a decision? Like,
So,
can
Yeah,
I
we
let
have
me let me tell you. Let me tell you.
I thought
Let
we
me tell you.
decided already.
Well, so this is kind of like you guys have a plan in mind, and as you get to the base of the steps up ahead of you, and you can tell to the left, you hear this cry. As you're walking up these steps, kind of slow, you're like, "Hey, what are we gonna do?" And you would put together that these goblinoids don't speak common. You've through talking to them previously, trying to they're not speaking common. They're kind of these horrific looking creatures. So you have, we're over, internet stuff's a bit delayed and trying not to talk over each other. You guys have this moment to make the plan once you get to the top of the stairs. So what is y'all's, after discussing what you just did?
All right, let's take out the one that we know where it is. Guaranteed
I
targets
agree.
are always better than theoretical targets.
Okay.
Okay. So as you
So
guys,
as soon as we turn left, I assume these goblins are going to be like, "What the fuck?"
that is absolutely correct. Because you guys didn't stealth, they are aware of you. They were trailing behind. Everyone, you can move your icons 15 feet. As you guys have this discussion, you know what you're about to do, so you would make a strategic decision in this moment to move. So I'll give you free 15-foot movement. I'm going to leave the goblins where they are. If you guys even want to say like, "Oh, you go here for this, you go there for that," you guys can do that quick chat back and forth. But then I need you all to roll initiative.
Okay. I'm blocking the tunnel behind us. Let's go.
15
Okay.
foot of movement and roll your
Careful, there's
initiative.
a lot of goblins.
My initiative is 12.
Got it.
So where would I do the best?
My initiative is 19.
Got it.
I'll roll in it.
Roll for Sherfa as well, Amanda.
I will be like right
12.
here.
12.
Okay.
Petra's 19.
Okay. 21. Don't forget Sherfa has plus 10 HP as well. And I don't know if you long rested her. Simon, what is your
I will do
dex?
that all now.
And Relisa, what is your dex?
My dex is 14 plus 2.
16.
Okay, Simon will go first.
Would I have time to bonus action something?
Unfortunately
Or-
not. No, I'm
okay.
just going to give you guys movement.
Fair enough.
Okay, I am...
I'm going to take Sherfa's hand and guide her toward me because I assume that she's going to blindfold herself Paranoidly.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm sure she is.
As you guys got to the top of the steps, and you knew the steps were slimy, you would have taken very much care. I'm not going to make you roll those deck saves or anything, but those are a factor. Keep that in mind. Like in battle, if you're moving your full steps, again, because you're used to the environment now, if you want to do half movement up or down the stairs, no save required. If you want to go down, it'll be in athletics or acrobatics to go down quickly. So
Super cool.
cool.
That's such a cool mental image of like sliding down slime on purpose.
Hell yeah, dude. Sherfa is up first.
Sure.
Rifa, I took your hand and led you up here. Come
Oh.
with me.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Can I move her? I can't move her.
You should be
Okay,
able
I
to.
will.
I got it.
Okay. So she's going to
You can move her now.
yeah, so she's gonna move here and she's gonna attack that guy.
Okay.
With her Radiant Great Axe. That's the one, yeah.
Correct.
Yarp.
Yarp.
I mean, nar.
So, yeah, go ahead.
So that's a 20 to hit.
20 hits. She bonus action rage. She absolutely would have done that first thing. Did you roll disadvantage because she is blindfolded?
Would she have? I did not yet.
Her
Would
instructions
she-
are to roll recklessly, so that
Which-
she doesn't roll with disadvantage.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Okay.
think she would have. Well, never mind. You're right.
Well, she said because she was blinded.
Well, I was
But would
thinking
she
that would
have-
probably be more for the Medusa because it's a heavy target, but these she would be more okay with it because she assumes she's going to kill one hit. So yes, sorry, do what?
But would she have raged on the little guys?
Yes, because it lasts while she's in combat for like a whole minute, and you guys are about to engage a Medusa, and she would want to kill it as quickly as possible. So using bonus action now, so she can use bonus action for other stuff once you get to it, would probably benefit more.
Okay.
Like if she kills one of these guys next turn, then she can bonus action free attack.
Okay. But she would just reckless attack everything is basically what
Kyle
Kyle
said
was
yes.
saying. Okay.
Yes. So straight roll,
So
roll damage.
yeah, so she rolled a 20 to hit.
Yep.
And then her damage is 13.
Dead.
Plus.
Oh, plus 2, right?
Cool. Yeah.
So then she can hit three times, right?
2.
She can now.
Well, she used her bonus action
If
to
she
rage,
killed something.
but next time
Oh,
she
right.
can use her bonus action to make a third attack if she kills something during the
Ah, yeah.
All right.
Right.
So
Right.
she'll
So-
move right here,
for sure.
and then she'll attack again. So she was another dirty 20, and
Let's have
so
a meta roll for Sherfa every time.
all the time, and then 11
Cool. 2 down.
+2.
plus 2. Yeah, I knew that they were dead. They have like 8 damage or something. And then that is all for Sherfa.
Okay. And that is Sherfa's quote unquote theme music. Next up is Gobos. Gobos are going to rush up and attempt to attack Relisa and Simon. Relisa, miss. Simon, 16?
Nope.
Miss. Very good. Are any of you currently blindfolded right now? You can blindfold yourself on your turn with a free action.
Nope.
Cool. Cool. Tetra, you're up, followed by Olden.
All right.
Tetra, here we go.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to help them with these 4 goblins that have come up behind them.
Cool.
Going to
Tetra's theme music.
Sacred Flame the top left. That's
Cool.
pushed up against Relisa.
Yeah.
And he needs to make a Dex 16.
Fails.
Nice. And his damage, is 13.
Very good. He is dead.
Nice. All right. And I'm going to don my blindfold.
Okay. Zoop.
and attempts to walk forward toward the Medusa.
Yeah, you easily,
Medusa!
you took in the sight. You have dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, very good. Anything else for you?
I'm calling out to Medusa!
I mean, your
Come
ship is
to
great.
end your
Axe
suffering.
is radiating 60 feet also.
Cool. Yeah, you guys will be able to see the rest of the room into this lair. Past the last two star statue areas, just throbs of statues clustered all around, broken arms and pieces of just small parts that are all busted. All these statues are not looking good at all. Olden, you are up.
Okay. Seeing that the goblins on the stairs are being mostly handled, I'll walk over to this guy here and I'll shocking grasp him.
Very good. Simon, you're up next. Releasa, you're after. And go ahead and roll your attack. Is that right?
Dirty 20. Yep, attack roll with shocking grasp, and then I assume that hits.
Yeah.
Here's the damage. It does 8 damage. Lightning damage.
Just enough. You still have movement and bonus action.
I will spend my bonus action to give Whip his attack, and I'll have him move up here and make his attack against Blue.
Very good.
So
Oh, I'm
here is
so sorry. I just
Yeah.
realized there was the Medusa.
well, no, that's a 12 on the die, plus 8, so dirty 20.
Sick. Hits.
And he does a d8 plus 3. D8 plus 3, 6 damage.
Very good. Injured but still alive.
Very good.
Blue.
Then that is his entire turn.
Very cool. Let's see here. You hear a roar, a call, as Zura appears behind you and snarls, "Intruders! Intruders!" And then you hear a roar from a creature. Let me see here. Oh, actually, no. Okay, Simon, you're up, followed by Releasa.
Simon is going to. Now that he knows that it's an illusion,
Mm-hmm.
I think what he's going to do is he's just going to take us a step down.
Okay.
And swing for those two.
Okay, very good.
Let me change this.
Are you using careful movement to move down?
Yeah, it's one step. That's
Cool.
all I'm going to be doing.
Cool.
Clear this. So that's a plus. Oh, wait. Okay. So I'll just add 3 here, 3 here. Okay. So that's a plus 12 to hit now.
Jeez.
22.
Hits. And only has 2 health left, so that one is dead. Go and roll the next one for orange.
Come on.
Actually, you couldn't miss this guy with your plus 12. That's a 12 AC, unless you get a 1.
A 2.
Close. Close.
It's a D8 plus 9. Does that matter?
It's dead. So as long as you roll a 2, you kill these guys. That's hilarious. Cool. So that's your action. I'd say use 10 movement to get down and back up 1 square because of the well, I guess it is 10 movement anyway. So we'll
I
say
think I'll move right there,
okay.
and that's it.
Very cool.
I No, I need to use my bonus action again. Let's see. Action Surge is worthless. Fire Rune is worthless. Cloud Rune is worthless. Hail Rune. Hail Rune is gonna be good. I'll activate Hail.
Hill rune.
With the Hail Rune.
Okay.
I have advantage on saving throws against being poisoned. Oh no, that's the standard. Once I invoked it, I have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing.
Very cool. Very good. Let me know when that applies. This is round 1. Relisa, you're up.
Oti doti. I'm gonna blast some things.
Okay.
Gonna blast them. I'm going to move just a bit, and I'm gonna blast green.
Okay.
That is 17 plus 7,
Hits.
and I'll just hit it here. That's 14,
Okay. Dead.
and then and I'm sorry, I got distracted. Blue guy, that was fake or real?
Blue
But-
guy? Blue dot?
Zura, that's an illusion, right?
That is the illusion. It's the smaller illusion.
So then I will hit. We're heading this way, so I will move more, and I will take out the one in front of blue.
What?
The little guy in front of blue. Is he still alive?
That's
Oh, that's our
whip.
steel defender, right?
That's
Yeah.
the new steel defender.
Never mind. So I will
Please
take
don't
out
shoot my guy.
I won't shoot him. I won't shoot him.
Okay.
I'll shoot backwards though, and I should be able to hit purple. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he covered?
No.
Okay, then I'll shoot purple.
Okay.
That's 26.
Yeah, hits. And we'll be back with
12.
Sherfa in the second. 12 damage. Very good. All right. Dead. And what else for you?
That's it.
Very good. It is now the Medusa's turn.
Oh, can I put my thing down, or is that too late?
No, it's not too late.
Okay.
Free
I
action
put my
to
blind.
do so.
Did
Very
it
good.
fucking freeze again?
Oh, yeah, you did.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
seeing
you're caught up.
lag on everybody's video. Like,
Hmm.
I'll hear Alexander speak and then his mouth will move a second later.
Hilarious.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep.
Tetra, did you lower blindfold?
Yeah.
Okay. Sherfa did.
And
Simon,
then
did you?
asked me stuff.
No, but I'm looking down the hall.
Understood.
This hall.
All right. Let's see here. All right. 2 attacks are going to go out. They're going to be shots either towards Relisa or Sherfa, but they're going to be attracted by Tetra's shield no matter what. So,
yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
did you have your shield out?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's
Yes.
always there. I
Yeah.
walk around with
We're
that thing
going
on my
into
arm.
combat.
Fair.
Yep.
Cool.
We're here to fight.
Also, my spell thingy focused, so it's
That's right.
important to me.
So yeah, both of these shots go wild as they just shoot towards one Sherfa, one Release, and they both ricochet over towards your shield as you kind of hold it up. Ping, ping, as it just bounces off. And you hear the hiss of the snakes as she just is yelling at the top of their lungs. Sherfa is up. And then Tetra will be up soon after, followed by Olden.
I'm assuming we're pretty much blinded, right? So
Yeah.
attack
you
rolls
are-
have advantage
Oh, thank you.
against us.
One of them will hit. So they will hit you for 23, I assume hits.
23. Oh, yes, that hits.
Okay.
Just barely.
You take 3. Nope, wrong die. Longbow. Yeah, it's just one of them hit. Okay. Oof. 10 piercing.
Half to 5.
Oh yeah. But you also take 6 poison.
Oh, that's not halved.
And then
I mean, unless the poison is a missile attack too.
it is not. It's carried by the missile, but no, it is poison. That's the part that actually cut you got in your system.
All right, 6.
Sure. Yes. And Sherfa is up.
Amanda is Susu.
And you're muted.
Yeah.
Yep, sure am.
Mm-hmm,
All right, so she's gonna move. I was really distracted, guys. I'm so sorry. Is this little dude? That little guy? Behind this goblin dude?
You're
That's
gonna
the
have to be more
Medusa?
specific than calling
Is that the
everyone dude.
Medusa?
Draw
right there?
shapes. Yes, there's a Medusa there. Left
Okay.
of the goblin that is left of Tetra.
This guy right here, right?
Yes, that's a
Yes.
Medusa.
Okay. So she's very tiny. Is she really that small?
She's the same size as you. Yeah.
All right then. But Sherfa's blind, but she knows that she's coming from that way.
She can hear the
that
scream,
rip.
the insane scream that she's got going on.
So I feel like she would run towards her, be very careful about not looking up, just staring at the ground, having her fold here, and she's just gonna go in a straight line and then
Cool.
see about smacking her.
Quit
Cool.
measuring from me.
She.
Oh,
she,
just kidding. Do I still have room for that?
there's
She
plenty of
has-
room. She gets up close to the
Oh,
Medusa.
she's got like
hears
all
the,
the movement.
she hears the snakes, and she will reckless attack. So roll for her attack.
24.
24 hits.
So 11 plus. Wait, is she plus 2 for her rage?
Yes.
Okay, 13.
13 hits.
And
Second
then
attack.
she would do it again.
Would she maybe do her second attack on the goblin, hopefully kill it, and then bonus action third attack on the Medusa?
With
No, I
Sherfa
think.
knowing that Sherfa can do what Sherfa does.
Would Schiffer do that? Or would Schiffer just do as much as damage to Medusa as she can? I think she would just
Sure. Focus the
ignore.
Medusa.
I feel like she would ignore the goblin.
Very good. Go ahead and attack then. Straight attack on the Medusa.
That's a 20.
Very good. Hits. Roll damage.
14.
14 damage. Very good. Yeah, you hack
Oh,
away.
I see. Because if I killed the goblin, then I get a third attack.
Yeah.
Oh.
With the bonus action.
Okay, yeah, she would have done that. Can we say that that's on the Goblo or no? Because I.
Yeah, that's fine. You don't. It's not your current character. So yeah. So we'll say the Gobbo is dead from that 14. I'll give that health back to the Medusa. Go ahead and roll for bonus action third attack.
Okay. Thank you for being friendly. Dirty
Holy
20.
shit. Will you please?
Cool. Go ahead and roll damage.
20 again.
Yeah.
These potion
I mean,
dice are
I
broken.
am rolling a 12. You know,
Yeah,
she
is your
has a plus
website
8.
bugged? Is your website bugged to just roll the same result every single time? That's like the
Spam
third
click the
dirty
button.
20 that's a 12
Roll like
plus
4
8.
times more.
Just
Keep
pushing
rolling.
it. Just pushing it. Okay, Wapinal 7.
There you go.
So 9 damage.
Plus.
Oh, yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Oh, 9. Yeah, 9 damage.
Okay. Very good. All right. Move next. That is going to be this.
Out of the last 6 rolls, 5 of them have been 12 plus 8.
That's awesome.
You guys hear the crackling of lightning and a
No.
roar coming from deep down in the hallway. Next up are goblins. And they will go run 60 feet in, 60 feet in, 60 feet in, run directly through that illusion. This one is going to run up to Simon and attack. This one will run 60 feet in. This one will run 60 feet in. 60 feet in, 60 feet in. This one comes in. That one's dead. That one's dead. So one attack against Simon. Totally misses. And we move onward towards Tetra. Followed by Olden.
Okay. Tetra really wants. Okay. Tetra can't cast a spell on this thing without seeing it.
Which is
You have
why I wanted
disadvantage, is that
earlier.
right?
What'd you say, Amanda?
Wouldn't you have disadvantage to cast a spell? You just had to pretend like you know where it is. Is that how I? That's how I did
Tetra
those.
doesn't cast spells the same way you cast spells.
Yeah,
Okay.
the spell will say on a target you can see. If it says that, then that means you have to see it. So make sure you look through your spells for those wordings as well.
All right, I'm gonna run up. Honestly, Tetra can't see where Sherfa is. He doesn't know if this is where to go. I think he would honestly end up here and be
Sure.
like, "Ooh, there's a target."
Sure.
So he's going to attempt to stab her with a Yikawa.
Roll a d20. If you get 15 or higher, I'll say that you're able to hear the cries of battle, the feet shuffling to properly flank.
9.
9? Yeah, you end up there.
Okay. He's going to, stab her. Attack roll.
Disadvantage, yep.
Oh, well. That made it a natural 1.
Cool. You stab Sherfa.
No. Sherfa's out of my reach.
You're fine, you're fine, you're
Range
fine.
reach. But I am going to try to communicate with Sherfa. Sherfa, where are you?
Yeah, and
We
she
gotta
calls.
flank it.
She says, "Shuffle over to your left." And you can use
My
the rest
left or
of
your
Marco.
left?
yeah. And you shuffle in place, preparing yourself for next time. Anything else for you?
No.
Olden, you're up. Simon, then Relisa, you're going to be followed up soon after him. There's one between you guys.
Okay. I'm going to see the horde of goblins rushing in and assume that this shit doesn't make a difference anymore. I'm going to withdraw my pistol and take aim. I will start firing at goblins down this direction. I think target number 1, I'm going to start trying to clear around my buddy,
Sure.
or at least the person who's helping us, and I'll fire at that one.
Cool.
27
Yeah, hits.
for 14 damage.
Blep.
Blet. Then I will shoot the one just beyond that. Nope, I'm gonna I'm gonna shoot the one standing in front of Simon. Yeah, red dot.
Okay. Cool.
13.
Definitely hits.
10 damage.
Very good. That one's Gonzo.
Okay, I'm gonna just subtract my 2 bullets, and I'll grant my bonus action to Whip, who will turn and make a force-empowered rend against the one that it is standing next to.
Okay.
That's not likely to hit. 12.
That hits. That is its AC.
Oh. Awesome. Okay, awesome. Cool. And then he will do 5 damage. 5 force damage.
Very good. Injuring yet another one, but not bringing it down, but is currently engaged. What else for
Okay,
you, Olden?
I'm going to have him take his movement to step around the goblin that he's currently engaged with and stand side to side with Simon. And that'll be my turn.
All right. The Zura will float around, like kind of walking through, clipping through some people with the illusion, and saying, "You have made a grave mistake. Your ends will be in these holes." And
Bitch.
you hear a familiar sounding, as you can assume the doors to this cavern have been shut by probably some goblins. Simon's up, followed by Relisa. And then Sheriff will be right after Relisa. Simon.
All right, this guy behind me
Mm-hmm.
seems alive.
Just barely. 4B hit him pretty hard. Steel defender, whatever. Whip.
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 Now watch me whip. Now watch me
Oh.
nay nay. Now watch
won't.
me whip. Whip. Watch
Uh-uh.
me nay nay.
Whip on that ticket.
The sound of the thing is coming from this direction, right?
That is correct.
What direction?
The right.
Actually,
I'm
I guess
gonna
that's south.
let it take an attack of opportunity if it desires.
It
Comes
does
up
misses.
to these two.
Yep.
Yep. Roll those a
And
little
then-
more slowly, as I may choose to use reactions.
Gotcha.
And I'll swing for these.
Okay. Do the left one
That
first.
is
Mm-hmm.
19 to hit.
Yep. And it's dead. And the top one.
And the top one... Chrome froze on me. That is a dirty 20 to hit.
Very good. Also dead.
Hot dice tonight.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna keep looking towards that direction.
Cool. Very good. Relisa, you're up.
So my Eldritch Blast does not say,
Right. You can
Something you
just
can
shoot
see?
blindly.
but I shoot blindly. But then if I do that, then I could be hitting my friends, right? Because you're
That- Yeah, so the way I'd handle it, much like how we did on the boat part, if you go beyond your dark vision range, I'm going to count the cells in the kind of conal arc you'll do. I'll have you roll a die, and that's the angle you shoot at, if it's beyond your vision.
so. Even though I'm trying to shoot blindfolded,
Oh,
if I
yeah,
look that
yeah,
way,
you're blinded. Yeah, it would, yes. Yeah.
so would it be at disadvantage, or would it be? But I would know where to shoot,
It would
or
be-
I guess
it
I
would-
just don't know how that works as a spell.
It would be both. So if you're blindfolded, complete cover, then you would point your hand in that direction and you're going to shoot, and you're going to do it with disadvantage because it's out of you don't know what you're hitting, so it's like the creature's invisible because it's not within sight, and because you don't have a clear-cut view of where it is because you're completely blind, it's kind of random the angle you're shooting at.
And I could
Hold
hit
on,
my friend.
let me read the blinded effect. What does blinded say?
It says
Blinded
blinded
creature-
creature can't. Yeah.
Requires
Got it.
sight. Attack rolls have.
I mean, it's totally up to you to add more to that if you want.
Yeah.
I just
yeah,
want to know if I would hit my friends.
It's possible.
If Relisa would know that she hits her friends, then she would probably
yeah, it's,
not
it's
shoot
possible.
that way. She would shoot the other way where she can see.
I
Okay.
mean, you can figure it out that if you're blindly throwing some danger in our direction, there's always a chance it'll hit us. Like
and I'm
shooting
gonna
a gun toward us.
and I'm hoping that you guys are okay right now. And I keep looking that way, and I put my blindfold up, and I'm gonna shoot to these
Okay.
gobbos.
And to be sure to clear something off, if during your turn you have a free action to either pull it up or pull it down, you can't pull it up, shoot, and then pull it down. So if you pull it up to blast, then next turn you can pull it down and then spin around and then shoot. But know that for the rest of this turn, it'll be up.
Okay.
Those thoughts went through my head on my turn. That's why
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta cast a spell, but I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
I
you turn
will
the other
do
way,
that.
you pull your blindfold
I
up,
will. Yep.
and
Yep,
tack.
yep.
You know,
who-
what's interesting is that for your own action economy, like that doesn't make a huge difference. Just do it
Right.
on your next turn.
Right. So
But I
I'm
mean,
gonna.
you spend some amount of time with a blindfold up and ready for a Medusa to get you.
Yeah, if the Medusa
Yep.
like were to dash in the middle of you guys, it could really screw you guys up.
Yeah. So I'm going to hit red green.
Okay.
Ooh.
Red green.
Oh,
19.
okay. I actually can't see those guys. They're outside of Sherfa's 60 feet.
I thought you were enchanting your stuff for light. I thought you did that before we went up the stairs.
Yeah, a little bit of light, not that far light.
Oh. 11
Hits.
damage.
Oh,
Oh, no, sorry, 19 to hit 11
yes.
damage.
Dead. Next one.
I do the
Doesn't a
next
little bit
one.
of light go 30 and 30?
Yep.
So that's 60.
No, I'm sorry. Her
23.
light, Sherfa's light goes 60.
Hits.
Mine goes 5.
8 damage.
Dead.
And
That's some good
I-
music.
I hang out. That's it.
Okay. Sherfa is up in a moment, but first the Medusa.
Oh god.
Let's see here. The Medusa will. It's going to attack Sherfa. Wow. 7, 8, and 9. What's Sherfa's AC?
15.
15. Yeah, they're all gonna miss. Three. What you guys might not. Well, what you don't realize, but feel the ferocity attacks. This Medusa has 2 sets of arms, 4 arms, slinging out and attacking. One of them is holding a bow and arrow. The other one is making these multi attacks. But it is just whiffing like crazy. Sherfa is up.
She is going to reckless attack, and then because she's flanking, does that mean she gets advantage?
Yes.
Nope.
No, you only
If you
get.
have both,
right.
then you have neither.
Yeah. So no, it's still a straight attack, but she can not reckless. Oh, those were all with advantage because she reckless attack. Let me re-roll those hits. But she can not have to reckless attack anymore because reckless attack she gets advantage done on her. So let me see if I hit with any
Okay.
of these. 3 hit. You said 15's her AC.
Oh yeah, plus. Wait. Yeah.
Wait, plus?
15.
Is her AC?
Yeah, 15 is
Okay.
her AC.
So then
and rage doesn't do anything. Right?
No. Well, reduces physical damage, which she is about to take. So she takes 4 half to 2, and then 3 half to 1. So she only takes 3 damage.
Woo!
But she also takes 3 half to 1 again, and so write that down, mark that.
I've been marking.
She takes 11 poison, which is not halved. As these snakes like reach out and attack her face, pulling a bit at the blindfold. Now it is Sherfa's turn. She would probably not reckless and still have a straight roll because she's flanking.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So go ahead and roll to hit.
Oh, wrong one. Sorry. It was a 17, but
That's fine. It hits.
it would be an 18.
Yep.
Oh, lousy old stick.
Plus 2 is 8 for damage.
Plus
and
8,
rage.
yeah.
All good. And roll again. To hit.
16.
Barbarians are so cool.
16 hits. Damage again.
13.
Ooh, plus 2 is 13. Cool.
No.
Yeah.
11 plus 13. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Watching your rolls. Cool. All right. She's probably going to stay put, so we will just continue to move forward. The crackling grows louder as this beast continues to move forward. You can see the glow of light now in this hallway bobbing around like a floating lantern that is just softly glowing. You can see the outline of teeth in the darkness, but you can't see any light or your dark vision catching it. The crackle of, you see all these grays like spilled out over the cavern, and then you see the occasional blue light just flash up high 15 feet, down low 2 feet off the ground, as his head, snake-like, is moving as it darts through this cavern. And then... Okay, never mind. And then the goblins continue to come up. The goblin on the stairs, these bodies down here slid down the stairs, and this guy failed a deck save and was rolled down, uses half his movement to get up, and only gets up to here. But you guys see an assortment of goblins continue. You just hear the pitter-patter of feet and the squelching of this mucus and whatnot as these goblins continue to fill in behind. Tetra, you are up, followed by Olden.
I'm going to call out and ask them to keep me up to date on when Sparky shows up so that I can try my thing. Meanwhile, I'm going to attempt to stab her again without disadvantage.
And you can hear this lightning crackle and the roaring down the hallway. You know that this thing is very close to being in contact with you guys.
Not here yet.
That's a 23 to hit, and
Hits.
my Yikawa does this much damage. 9 damage.
All right. Anything else? Second attack? Do
Well,
you have second attack? No.
I don't have second attacks, but what I can do is, I'm gonna stay here and that's it. My turn.
Cool. Olden, you're up.
9 damage turn.
Simon soon, followed by Relisa.
All
This is
right.
good combat speed, guys. Good job.
Olden is going to cast the web spell, and he will.
I was so
occupy-
hoping you were gonna do that.
Yep, it worked well enough the first time. I'm going to. It can occupy a 20-foot cube or spread out 5 feet thick across a surface or between objects. I think I will spend the majority of its mass, like, just making an actual spider web right here. That's like a 5 by 15 foot area.
Yeah.
The very first thing is the Gobbo who's standing there needs to make a dex saving throw.
I see it says when it starts its turn. Is there something about when it's initially cast?
A creature that's restrained by the web can do a strength check at the start of its turn to unrestrain itself, but in order to not be restrained in the first place, it needs to make a dex save.
It says each creature that starts its turn in the webs or enters it during its turn makes a dex save. So do I do that now? I'm reading this right.
I mean, yeah, I guess it could be that the web is created and then it does that at the start of its turn.
Yeah, so when it interacts with it at the beginning of its turn, we'll resolve all that because all the goblins are going to rush into it, and I'll just roll all their stuff at once rather than just one and then the other. So, that is definitely up and is going to be an issue for them. Bonus action movement.
Bonus action. So movement. I need to stay where I am basically because I'm going to lose my light if I move too far away. I'm not 4B. I'm doing the same thing. Whip is going to turn around and he's going to attack the guy he had attacked previously.
Cool.
18 to hit.
Hits. And I believe minimum damage will kill this dude.
6 damage.
Dead.
Okay, then he will move his movement and stand right next to Simon once again. Oh, I'm sorry. Also for purpose, I didn't actually need to do that. I can cast it through my pistol, so that's fine. I didn't have to put my pistol. I'm good. That's my end.
Okay. All right. Next up is Zura, whose form disappears. And you don't hear anything else? Simon, you're up, followed by Relisa.
That can't be good.
I would call out, be like, she disappeared.
That isn't the you said the Medusa disappear or the
Zura.
Fish
No,
face.
there is
okay.
illusion disappeared. I guess I would be more specific.
Okay. Yeah, at this point, all I can do, I think I'm just gonna. So I hear the electricity guy. Do I hear
Yeah.
any bigger movement? As an indication that another big creature is approaching?
Give me what's your passive perception?
14.
You don't think so. It's hard. I mean, you hear the roar of battle spells being cast. It's echoing in this cavern. You hear the crackle is loud. And you can see that light faintly bobbing, but you don't hear. You're not sure.
Okay, I'm just gonna grow to giant.
Cool.
So that should and then I'll prepare. I think I'm gonna take one step up, and if anybody comes, when the electricity guy comes, I'm gonna.
You're gonna what?
Because I think right now, me and the Steel Defender is gonna be protecting everybody from this, and I think we're the, and Shuffle's, yeah, no, this is how we're doing things. I think this is a good layout.
As you step forward, you begin to see the snake-like carapace like running forward with its multiple legs, just leg after leg, as it's the head just pops out from the darkness, eyes wide with crackling lightning energy.
So it's likely to be able to get to me next time. Within the next.
I mean, you don't really know how its movement.
I believe so.
Okay. Anything else?
No. Like I said, I'll prepare an action to attack when it's close. Bonus action
Within melee.
within melee.
Cool. Relisa, you are up, followed by Medusa, then Sherfa.
I'm gonna move a little bit.
Okay.
And then I'm going
Don't stand next to me.
Don't stand next to you? I won't stand next to you.
He yells
You
that
smell like
out
shit.
at you. You move.
I back up?
You use
I
the
moved
movement.
and then
yeah.
I backed up.
Cool.
Uh
What an
like,
asshole.
okay.
Jesus.
Hey. Maybe there's a reason.
Smell apple.
Maybe there's a reason. And so I will. I'm just. I'm gonna take out. I'm gonna take out 2 of those gobos.
Okay.
The first 2.
Okay.
No, which ones?
The closest ones to me. So 19 to hit, and 7 damage.
Does
No.
okay? It's not dead. Continue.
I'll just hit that same one again then. 17 to hit. And now another 7 damage, so yay.
Okay, so you kill that one. Can't kill everything.
No, I can't kill everything, but I forgot to take my temporary hit points for taking something to 0, so I just did that. And that's my everything.
That's my everything. All right. Let's see here. This thing is going to. It's going to split its attacks now. The Medusa is going to split its attacks. You guys are blind, so it still gets advantage, whether you're reckless or not. Where's the Medusa? There you are. Nice, sweetheart. So Tetra, 23 to hit.
Yep.
Sherfa, 19, and the snakes are 13. That misses. Dang. So Tetra, you will take 5 piercing. Sherfa will take 7, half the 3. Again, wailing out with these short swords in the snake-like hair, just trying to destroy you guys, pleading and screaming, just killing me, slashing out with these swords,
I'm
and just
trying.
screaming out.
You're not making it easy.
Sherfa is up.
Sherpa's going to attack the bitch, and she's gonna say, "I'm trying to help you." And that's a 25 to hit,
Oh yeah.
and
Nominate Amanda to roll every time.
that's a 14 damage.
Okay. Hits.
She does it again.
Okay.
Oh man, a 9,
9
That's a natural one, even.
a natural 1.
unfortunately does not hit.
Bastard. Why are
okay.
you jinxing me in my rolls, dude?
What's the worst that could happen?
Okay.
This creature will move here, and it will open up its maw
Oh no.
as lightning begins to crackle and spiral as it builds up in its mouth. You see its throat glow with this blue energy. Those of you, even with your blindfolds on, a flash of light enters the gaps above and below your mask, releasing your eyes. It's almost blinding for a moment. I
would yell at for Tetra. It's here.
Sure.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, I do.
Dinner's ready.
Ready.
I need the Still
It's a
Defender and Simon to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, great.
Damn.
14 teen. Let me
14
know
and
if
10.
14 fails or 10 fails.
What were the two answers?
14 and 10.
14.
14 and 10 fail.
All right. I will call out to Simon and be like, Simon, dodge left, and give him a flash of genius with my reaction.
So what does that bring your total to? Plus 5 to what?
Plus 5 to 15.
So your new total is 15. I'm sorry, is that right?
Yeah.
Fortunately, that still fails.
What?
Give me a second. It's going to take me a second to add this up. You take 51 lightning damage
Ooh.
as this eruption of just pure electric energy overcomes you. You pulse and vibrate. Your body locks up. Cinders are falling off of your clothes that have been burnt, and steam is rising as your body temperature has raised up, and you're trying to quickly burn off this excess heat. Whip is gone.
Yeah, whip is gone.
This terrible pain wrecks your body. Oh God, that did not feel good. I literally got chills when I read that total. Let me see if it recharges.
That was
Okay.
half of my total.
That was only half of your total?
I'm a fighter, remember?
Holy crap! Okay, I don't feel as
That's so
bad then.
good.
And
Cool.
after
don't feel bad.
the plus from my sister, it was 102.
Jesus.
So
Very
you
good.
were exactly half.
Wow. I feel a lot better about that. I was very concerned. The goblins will
Still,
go.
damn.
Yeah,
That
no,
was a
it's
lot.
yeah. There
And
was
that's
a
only
couple.
one hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's rechargeable. So, what's the DC for your web spell? Dex
In
save.
order to deck save to enter it, or if they start there.
What is the DC?
Strength check, that's right. It is 16.
16. Natural 1, 9, 15, 6, another natural 1. Okay. They are just up on this thing, and they are stuck. They're creating a bit of a silly little mess as these gobos are like stuck and piled on top of each other. A few of them are like hanging by their ankle, like upside down, as the other ones are trying to climb on top of them. You are holding all these guys back. They're useless at this point. Tetra, you are up.
I'll call out, that's flammable.
Got it.
Well, then, yeah, that question. Is that a bonus action?
Is what a bonus action?
My channel divinity.
Oh, I think that would be. Yes.
I have got more than one channel divinity. One's an action, one's a bonus action, and one takes
Well,
an hour.
We'll say yes.
All right. Well then, as a bonus action, y'all are gonna see me. I'm no longer Tetra. I
Oh boy.
become.
Do you want me to jump in?
Grab it, please. Also, my headphones are cutting out. And
Oh, I was about to
it's
say we didn't hear any. You said I become, and then you stopped talking.
Yeah, they're cutting out. They're like going staticky.
Oh, it makes me sad.
Maybe if I can plug them in. Can you describe it for me?
Yes, I can. So you see Tetra begin to glow in this orange light as his shoulders arch up and his mane extends like going Super Saiyan, but curls back and flows on his back. His front arms elongate and bend and snap in this sickening way, though some of you, actually no one's actually even seeing this, but this is what's happening. And he drops down as his hind legs kick back into more of a quadrupedal position, and his shoulders rise up as flames roll off of his shoulders and down his sides, and he has this bright red flame down his chest as he drops to all fours and becomes much larger than his original size. You are a big boy.
Are we all just
Please.
getting big?
Yeah.
Please let me
Yeah, I-
control this.
I have to enlarge myself because I feel left out.
I know. I'm just so tiny.
There you go.
Also, I love that you are Nasus.
Yeah. All right. Hopefully, I did that specifically because he can run faster. Because I needed an extra 5 feet of movement.
So I will allow you to transition the blindfold to you simply keeping your eyes closed. Are you keeping your eyes closed?
Not at the moment.
When you
I have
transform.
changed my focus.
Okay.
I'm running this direction because
Well,
my new focus is no longer her.
would you have been looking away? So it's either she
Well,
gets an
yeah,
attack.
'cause-
She either gets an attack of opportunity with advantage, or you have to chance being petrified.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't want to be petrified.
Okay, so I'll roll with advantage. I roll a 3 and 2. Continue, sir.
So anyway, I get to here, and I'm going to cast. It's a 4th level spell, Banishment, on Big Snake Guy. He
Okay.
needs to pass a Charisma 16. Please have like -8 charisma.
He fails.
Woo!
Uh,
All right.
okay, and so this is his home plane. So what happens? You send him to a temporary place, right?
Yeah, he's
For
on
1
a
minute.
dummy plane for a minute. Yeah.
So this guy just straight up disappears. This is round 4.
All right. And I
That happens.
want to speak, but I can't.
Yep. Relisa, you see for the first time this quadrupedal flaming jackal lion creature next to you, illuminating the area with a soft glow as you see that large creature that just freaking lightninged Simon and destroyed that steel defender. Just pop away.
Would I
Anything else
know
for
that
you?
it's Tetra?
Why would you?
I wouldn't,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't reference him at all, right? Like there's no.
It has like a lion's mane kind of, but no, he's never talked about it. He's never talked about the jackal. You don't know anything about that. It's a creature in a weird dungeon. The only thing that might give you some sort of comfort is the fact that it's next to you and facing the way you're facing. So you
Yeah,
can definitely take
and-
that as like, oh, is this thing on my side? But it's definitely odd.
I'm like, thanks, bro.
Olden, you're up.
Whoever you are. Okay. Let me look at. I should have been looking at this whole time, but I was very happily engaged with what you guys were doing. Fuck. I'm going to, I guess, hold an attack against any other enemies that might show up down the hallway or break through the web. There you go. That's my whole turn. GG.
Okay, cool. Simon, you're up, followed by Relisa.
Simon was going to step forward, but he sees that's no longer a thing. I think he is going to step down and forward.
Okay.
And just shout back, "How's it going back there?" He still prepares to attack anything that comes its way.
Hold an action for sure. Olden, give me an intelligence check.
Okay. 23.
You recall some information that Simon passed to you about the Medusa when you guys were originally coming here. And that very important information is that petrification ability has a range. And now that you think about it, you're pretty sure you're out of that range. And you know what? You recall, he actually gave you the exact measurement of 30 feet. And you listen with your passive perception, that thing's definitely more than 30 feet away. If you wanted to turn around and engage, you could do so safely, knowing that Sherfa's magical axe is lighting up the area.
Thank you, very kind DM.
You're welcome. Relisa, you're up.
I am casting Druidcraft and starting a fire on the webs.
Very good. Is that 2d4 fire?
It would normally be.
What do you mean normally?
It gets an additional 2d4 fire for any creatures that start their turn there, because the web is now on fire.
I'm sorry, what? So it's 2d4, is that right?
So her immediate is 2d4, and then because the web material is there, it catches fire, and any creature that starts their turn there will also get an additional 2d4.
Okay, so it's 2d4 initially as it... And then
Yep.
once they start their turn, it's 2d4 again. Okay.
Which is 7.
Or
7? Okay. They will die at the start of their turn. Anything else for you,
my
Relisa?
high five!
That's
The
like a,
siblings got it.
that is like
So
a
good.
that is like a concentrated fireball. Like it's its own mini fireball or something.
So good.
That's
So
insane.
good. Great job, Olden. And I'm gonna put my. No, I guess that's it.
That's it? Is that what we said? That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Because I don't know about the range thing.
I was about
right?
to say, give me an intelligence check.
Okay. Nope, I'm not very smart.
Okay.
A 3, 4, a 4.
Yeah, it doesn't ring off the top of your head, but maybe if you see Olden turn around and say it, maybe you'll be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" You know. So, anything
Yeah,
else?
what's going on over there?
Put your blinds on.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Anything else as this flaming jackal is next to you?
No, I am being cautious of it. I'm like, I don't know what you are, because I don't know that Sherpa left. Tetra left or anything. I'm just like, what are you doing?
For sure.
Yo, what the fuck is this?
The Medusa will circle around Sherpa, and attempt to attack with advantage. First one misses. Second one, oh my god. Okay. So the snaky hairs will hit Sherpa. She's still raging, so this is halved. 3 damage, so 6 half to 3.
Okay.
And then poison, which is not halved, she will take 13 poison. And then we're back to top of the round. 5th round, Sherpa is up.
I also want to mention that the web will completely burn away once we get back to Release's turn. It takes the full round for it to be consumed.
Okay, so two d4s twice. Okay. Whoever's caught in it and whoever runs in it. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So Sherpa is going to hear that they move around her or get hit from behind, and she's gonna. I guess she's gonna have to reckless attack now, though, right?
If she wants advantage, yeah. Or to make a straight roll, yeah.
She will. She's gonna reckless attack.
Okay.
26 to hit.
God damn.
Yeah, hits.
9, 10, 11.
Okay. Another attack.
She's gonna hit again. Oh,
Maybe.
11.
11 to hit, misses. Is that it for her?
Yeah, because she didn't kill anything. See if that was it.
All right. My lightning dude is gone. You guys don't hear or see any more gobos approaching. Tetra, you're up. Those
That's
guys all die as
spookier.
well. They're all dead.
They're all dead. Jeez, that's crazy. I was
Small
gonna
detail.
go try to take care of them, but all right. Damn smart lady. I'm going to run up to her. Go looking for her. And well, my eyeballs are not an object to interact with, so I guess I can just open my eyes to attack her and close my eyes after? Or is that taking advantage of your kindness?
If you are looking, it is. If you're opening your eyes to look at her, then the effect happens on you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought this was something that she just chooses to use at.
No.
As an
Not that you
ability.
not that you necessarily know that, but no.
True. Yeah, all right. I'm going to attack her. I'm going to claw at her
Cool.
with disadvantage.
Yep.
That is a 14 to hit.
Just misses.
Oof. All right, and then I'm going to try to bite her.
Okay.
Natural 1.
Yeah. Fortunately, you know what? Sherpa is going to take 1 piercing damage as she gets bit on accident by this jackal.
What sounds do you make when you attack? Like, what sort of creature is this?
Yif Yif and Uwu.
Oh no! Please.
All right, and we're done for tonight. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Fuck my life. All right.
You broke him.
That's
all
Ol-
good.
I did it.
Olden, you are up.
Lots of
okay.
roaring, growling.
I'll just be like, I'm not sure what's going on with Yif Yif and Uwu, and I'll turn around and I guess I'll be like, is this thing helping? Looks like it. Sure, I'll try to shoot the Medusa if I'm able to.
You see, I mean, you turn around and you see this flaming strange dog that you haven't seen at all yet literally bite Sherpa.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay.
It is also pretty engaged with the Medusa as well. It looks like it's harrying both almost, but it's also providing the Medusa a bit of cover.
Oh fuck. Okay. Fuck. Okay.
But you would know. But you would know that I did say like thanks, bro, to that thing that I think took
He
away.
was facing
the
down the hallway as well to avoid the gaze, so he didn't see what or who you said that to. You just said thanks, bro.
Oh.
Yep.
Could have been
I
to
did just call
Tetra.
out though. Is this thing helping? Which
I think
nobody
so.
has responded to. Okay.
I would say I think so. I think it's good.
You can still try and shoot the Medusa. It just will have some cover.
I'm not going to try and shoot the Medusa because everything you said is absolutely fair. I'm going
But I would say,
to.
where's your blindfold, dude?
I don't know, but I don't think she can reach us from here. That's like a whole ass conversation. I'm going to cast False Life on myself, and that'll be my entire turn.
Okay. All right. Okay, Simon, you're up. This creature has still not reappeared. You look down the hall. There are no goblins continuing to approach. What would you like to do?
Do y'all need help back there?
Yeah, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Auru!
I liked it better when Kyle did an RP.
I think I'll be like, what the?
Yeah. What
I
is
don't know what it is, but I think it's good.
You've said enough.
Bork, bork!
What are you doing, Simon?
I mean, even if I can't get over there even if I try.
You can over time.
You have an intention, you can follow through with it. It doesn't have to. You don't have to complete an intention in a single round. You have an intention, you can begin making your way.
I think I'm just gonna move here.
Okay.
And then keep an eye down here.
Very good. Yeah, in the middle. Very good. Relisa, you're up.
All right, Olden, you think I'm good? And I turn.
You shut up. What do you do?
No. Well, I mean, it is her turn, right?
No,
Yeah.
no,
It's my turn.
You've talked enough, is what I'm saying. You're done. What do you do?
right.
Not what do you say?
do
What do
not-
you do?
I don't have my blindfold on.
I start
And
expositing.
And
You going
Okay.
to attack the Medusa
I am gonna attack the Medusa.
without saying a word. Cool. Give me 2 attacks. No bonus action. Here's
I am not going to bonus action.
Okay.
I'm saving my stuff.
all right.
For marriage.
The Medusa does have a part of cover, or
Yeah,
3/4
13.
cover.
13 was to-
Misses everyone. Just kind of goes wide, blast against the wall.
15.
15 would hit the Medusa. However, with the additional cover, instead of hitting the Medusa, you end up hitting this lion, jackal creature. Because the cover is being provided by that creature, exceeding the AC of your target, but under the additional cover is hitting the thing that's blocking, which is this jackal. So go ahead and roll damage.
Now turning
I have an AC
around.
16.
Well, no. So she rolled.
I just mean for taking
I
damage for myself.
That's a good point.
Maybe it hits me, but it
Yeah.
It doesn't actually
blocked
hit
by
you.
armor.
Yes. Thank
And
you. Yes. That's
turning
exactly what
around-
happens.
Turning around and looking, I now do not see Tetra.
Yeah. Tetra's gone.
So I'd be like,
I totally yelped though.
He's dead.
Yeah, you blast this thing on the rear end, and while it makes contact, it doesn't look like it causes severe damage. But you hear, "Arr!"
And then a pretty angry growl too.
What else for you,
I yelled,
Lisa?
Just like
"Ta-da!"
Lucy did.
And I'm done.
Second attack. Was that both attacks?
Yeah, I
you did.
missed.
Okay,
I did.
cool.
A 13 and a 15.
Cool. The Medusa, yet again, still alive, is going to... run 30 feet out.
Oh, damn.
Seeing attention...
Attack of
Sure.
opportunity.
Yep, Sherfa's attacking.
Okay, both of you do so with disadvantage.
I use ferocious flame. I used my reaction to breathe fire upon it.
Now, I didn't add... rules... I don't know if are you being funny? Rules are you have to
No,
use an attack. That's like an ability your guy has. I wrote that stat block, so it's going to be
It
rifled
says
with...
when a creature moves out of my threat range.
Oh, okay, cool. Then I did that on purpose. Go for it. What do I do? Sorry, I don't remember what I
Alright.
wrote on that thing.
It says I use my reaction to breathe fire,
Okay.
causing 1d10 fire damage.
Okay.
Dex save equal to my spell save half damage
Okay.
for half damage.
You could tell I wrote that.
Yeah.
Okay, what is you said dex save?
Yeah.
12.
To take.
I failed.
Sweet. So you're gonna take a d10 fire damage,
Okay.
which is 10.
Wow. Okay.
And if the creature fails, it is on fire and takes half damage upon the start of its next turn, and then the fire dies out.
Okay, so remind me to take 5 damage when this Medusa's turn again. What did Sheriff
Man,
get?
that's hardcore.
An 11.
An 11. 11 unfortunately does miss. Let me see here. Okay. She will then take out her longbow. Well, she still has it in hand, and she's going to make 2 attacks. She's going to make one on Relisa and one on Olden. Relisa. Nope. Olden. 18 plus stuff. So.
All right, I'll shield myself.
Okay.
Oh.
23 to hit.
Yeah, that would be a 23 AC.
Hits it, meets it, beats it, so it does still strike you. You take 7 piercing and 3 poison.
Okay.
Next up is Sherfa.
Man, that'll eat up my entire false life.
Oh
Aw.
no, you don't have your false life anymore.
I don't.
Your free bonus health I gave you. Sherfa runs up and
Yeah.
attacks.
I
Yeah,
only
sure,
have
but-
70 left.
Just gonna run up and attack.
Okay, go roll twice for me. Let's try and speed this up. I'd like to get off soon. I sleepy.
A 12.
12 misses. These are what? Are you recklessing to make it a straight roll?
Yes.
Okay.
24.
24 hits. Roll damage.
8, 9, 10.
10 damage. All right. Release and Olden, you seeing this, I don't know if you remember the description, the eyelids cut off, blood and black ichor like running all over the face, breast exposed up to the high leg exposed, bone and femur exposed through the skin, ripped and torn, like the gum and jawline is like cut open and exposed, just screaming and horrific this entire time, just a cry this entire battle.
And on fire.
On fire.
And on fire. Oh, God.
That's Sherfa. Next up, that guy's still gone. Those guys, goblins, don't come back. The lizard man, McStuffins, doesn't come back. Tetra, you are up, Jackal Boy.
Oh man.
This is what happens when we go loud. We try to solve things peacefully. Then you show us our friend is in there.
I run up to here
Yeah.
and I bite and claw.
Cool. Go for it.
disadvantage.
Yeah, and now
Fight
Relisa
is-
and Olden, you can both very clearly see this thing specifically skipping Sherfa and going for this Medusa.
Bite is 11 to hit.
Misses.
Claw is also 11 to hit.
Fortunately misses.
I'm disappointed that I can't find something disgusting to say about the doggy.
Anything else?
No.
Olden, I need
Yeah.
you to make me a Constitution saving throw
Is this on my turn or something else?
at the beginning of your turn.
Okay, thank God. That matters because I used a reaction to shield. All right, and this is a what kind of save?
Con.
All right, roll good. 16. Does that fail?
Does not. You are good.
Okay.
Go ahead and take your turn.
Wow.
I'm gonna be like, oh fuck, shit, and I'm gonna almost instinctually shoot it
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's terrifying.
Yeah, this
Uzi. It's just maddeningly awful.
horrific looking creature.
24.
Absolutely.
9 magical piercing damage.
Very good. Next shot.
If it's next shot.
You blast a chunk of its shoulder off as it reels back.
Second shot will be with sharpshooter as I'm like, oh fuck, it's still not dead.
Yeah, this thing definitely should have been dead a long time ago.
18 to hit.
Hits.
14 damage.
This thing is on death's door. Still alive, but very injured.
I'm going to like turn around. I very stubbornly didn't make a blindfold for myself, so I'm gonna just like push myself up against the wall and like cover my eyes with both hands.
Yeah, you
Sherpa
look.
handed them all to us.
What'd you
Nah,
say?
fuck that.
Sherpa handed us all blindfolds. She bought
Yeah.
them and handed them to us.
I threw it on the ground and I stomped on it.
Okay. I just want you to know, like, Sherpa gave you one.
What a dick. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Simon, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw at the beginning of your turn.
From the Medusa?
Yep. You're within 30 feet.
I am looking the other ways, though. Like, my back is too long.
Oh, okay. All right.
He
Very
was
good.
looking at the.
That's right. You said
yeah.
you're looking down the hall. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's your turn then.
Anything down the hall?
No.
Nothing down the hall.
Seems clear. You hear the activity behind you come closer as it shifted down the hallway closer to where you are.
How's she looking?
She's close.
Horrifying.
He's close, huh?
Bad choice of words.
She's coming.
She's coming.
Fuck it. I have to do something. I'm tired of not doing anything.
Simon would take her out.
Come back. I mean, I'll be closing my eyes as I turn around and
Okay.
head towards the fighting, and then I'm gonna swing.
Do a straight roll because you are flanking, even if you may not know it. You guys kind of have her flanked on all sides.
Right. 15?
15 just hits. In your minimum damage, Peter, how would you like to
10?
finish off this Medusa?
Oh, good.
How does one finish off a Medusa? I think it's just a head chop, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. I think that's the
Classically.
classic. You cut it off. The snake heads are down just at the right moment where you cut all the heads of the snakes off. At the same time, you take her head off, and all the heads fall on the ground. She falls to her knees. Blood pours out, which is a black ichor. Relisa, Amanda, will you just, for the sake of doing it, will you go ahead and roll a
I
con
rolled-
save?
I rolled an 8.
You would have instantly turned to stone. You would have instantly been petrified.
Except that I would have totally used inspiration for an 8.
I have an
Oh,
inspiration,
fair.
and I have,
Oh,
and I
plus-
have dark,
That's 5.
Flash
I
of
have
genius.
dark-
Okay.
and I have dark pact, whatever.
Okay.
We would
cool,
work
cool, cool.
so hard to prevent that.
Yeah. I thought if anyone's gonna fail, it's gonna be released, but I forgot. You guys are level 7.
I did roll it, and I was like, let's just see what it is.
Okay, so we are going to stop there tonight. You guys are still in combat. You have 6 rounds left before this creature reappears. So,
Oh, is it only? I count like more like 8 or 7.
what'd I say?
But at this point, 6.
I said start at round 4, right? So you have 8 left.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm sorry. It's at the end of this, so it'd be 7 left. Because Simon goes and then release and then the dead Medusa. So, you guys will have 7 rounds to prepare. Try not to metagame super hard, but definitely kind of discuss. You guys would have 30-ish or so seconds to be like, hey, let's do this. Come up with a bit of a game plan, because that's where we're going to start next time. This creature coming back, whether you want to run a different direction, run past it, wait for it, it's up to you. And don't move anything. We're going to leave everything here, and you guys just kind of write down in your notes, like, during this time I cast this, I heal you, I prep this or whatever, 6 seconds before I hold this spell for X, Y, or Z, and just have all those notes, and we'll just go through that 30 seconds at the very beginning, and then we'll jump back into combat. Sound good?
Sounds good.
And get.
I have a question about this Field Defender, and might be something I have to look at myself. Oh, no, never mind. I don't have to look at it myself. If it has
Cool.
died within the last hour, you can use your smith tools as an action to revive it.
Dude, that's
So that's what
insane.
you're gonna do.
Bro is coming back.
So anyone who's watching on Twitch or when I throw this up on YouTube, we are not going to be playing Monday, Descent into Avernus. Are we playing later in the week
Mm-mm.
at all? No, so we're not playing Monday the 4th, October 4th. We're not playing Friday, October 8th, or Monday the 11th. But we are planning on doing a pickup session either on the 13th or 14th for Descent into Avernus, and then we'll be back in Allaeros on the 15th. Just a bunch of stuff going on for us, scheduling issues. So we will be back to continue this fight on the 15th.
Are we not playing this tomorrow?
Oh, yeah, we might play tomorrow night as well. It's likely, but not guaranteed. But yeah, that's a good point. Cool. GG's, guys. That was awesome.
Super cool. Yeah, thank you guys for staying up too. I realize it's really late for you, so.
Yeah, I am not going to work tomorrow.
I am not going to work tomorrow.
Well, that's good. Why don't we can just play all day? All day.